gonna hate.
I'm gonna buy it, but
Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy it.
You gotta.
I ain't asking for the world here. I'm just asking for an 8-ball and $2 million.
I'm late, but I'm here. Welcome to episode 23 of Collecting Justified.
Hold on, this is my favorite. Hold on! Her sister was a witch, right? And what was her sister? A princess! The Wicked Witch of the East, bro!
Even though that's the most successful video, you'd think
Uh-oh.
All the tea in the ocean.
Uh-oh.
I swear.
Uh-oh.
All of it's going in the ocean.
He got two! He got two!
Kenny, what
Yes.
Superman figure did you pick up this week?
So here's a good look at my red cyborg Superman. Still don't have for the collection, but
Disappointed!
Kaiju on the left.
Yeah. It's a baby
There's not a
kaiju.
thought behind those eyes.
No.
Not a single thought.
Cool party.
Your Boys Got Toys is back. And
babe, Justin just doubled my salary.
Oh shit.
You're number one. I'm number one.
look, it's not easy to jump from a moving vehicle onto another moving vehicle. Okay,
The side
It's-
of a truck.
yeah,
You know.
their injuries will happen.
What a piece of junk.
David, this company is the go-to for highly articulated anime figures.
Is
Timer
it
started.
Amazing Yamaguchi?
David, come on!
David, you were right above the rim. I tossed you the ball, and then you swatted it.
It flames on the side of my face.
This is a holiday for family. Like-
David, so this isn't my turn, so I'm just gonna bring David. I want you to look at around me. Do you see pictures of my family in this room?
Thank you so much for being my friends.
Saturday night and we're live at night. Yeah. Saturday night and we're live at 9. It's Saturday night and we're live at 9. You know that means it's justified. Just Justin collects, making the connect. Kubo has 2 strings, don't disrespect. Andrew is a Jedi, but he's seeing the dark side. Down in the basement for the 28th time. Now there's David, Evan, and Smith. 3,000 action figures for the toy sluts and basic bitches. Your boys got toys to bring the noise. Love the imports, but McFarlane he avoids. And counterculture is in the space. Superman for days, like it's a race. Now that's justified. Now that's justified. Now that's justified. Saturday night and we're live at 9. Saturday night and we're live at 9. Saturday night and we're live at 9.
Andrew, entertain the chat. Welcome, everybody, to episode 60 of Collecting Justified. And I know I say it every week. I'm just as surprised as you are that we're still here. 60 episodes in, over a year in. It's crazy, and I don't see it stopping anytime soon, mainly because I'm being held against my will, and they will not let me stop doing the show. Someone, please send help. Okay. Okay. If you're out there. Okay. Please. And speaking of being held against my will, held against his will, I should say, he was forced to participate in the second annual trivia episode, but I feel like this one went over a little better for him. I feel like he's a little higher on Trivia 2.0. Let me welcome first to the stage, wonderful co-host, David Evan N. Smith.
Oh, you didn't leave me for last? Oh my god. Well, this is a victory lap. This is what I get as a winner? Okay, cool.
You're a winner now, David, so you're top of the totem pole, okay?
Nice,
all right.
Nice. It feels good up here. It feels good. The air feels really good up here.
Yeah, it's a little thinner, right? But, you know, you get used to it. You get used to being
It's rare, you know, tasty.
No. You doing good, David?
I'm barely, like, I'm recovering. Like, I went one day to New York Comic Con, and I'm exhausted. My social battery is, like, burnt out. I left with a little money in the bank. I was not negative in the bank when I left New York Comic Con yesterday. I am now negative in the bank, but not by much. So, you know, it's a victory. Small wins.
Leaving Comic Con with money in the bank is the biggest surprise for me, honestly. But man, you've had a big week. You started out Trivia 2.0 champion, right? Go into a vacation week, get a whole bunch of nice pickups. I'm sure you'll go over into Comic Con. Saw a lot of great people. I know we may have a couple guests here tonight that you spent Friday with, you know, talking to and hanging out with. But before we get to our esteemed guests, there's someone that I'm sure does not feel bitter at all. I'm sure that you guys have, you know, you've kissed and made up. You're gonna have matching trophies here soon, and it is your boys got toys.
Don't worry, Alexi. You're always a champion in my eyes. Thanks, Cap. You always know what to say.
Hey, you know, I was really bitter at first, but as they say, the best man won, and then David won after.
I think that's how the saying goes, right? But remember, Alexi, no one can take that first win from you, right? Just polish up that trophy whenever you get to feeling a little too sad.
I've been polishing a lot lately.
Did we kiss and make up, Alexi? Did I miss that part?
That was a dream you had.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That tracks.
We're not quite there yet, but it's going to take time. Time heals all wounds, I heard.
Take all the time you need. I'm just chilling here in the rare air.
It's okay. It's okay, Alex. You know, if I had to bet all my money, I'd say next year, the third annual champion, I think this guy has it in the bank. I think Andrew.
Hello there.
Andrew, I think you've got the next one, right? I believe in you.
We'll see. I mean, we got another year for me to like absorb as much information as I can and then fail.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
That's
Andrew, even though you lost, I think everyone still finished with more points they did last year, except Kenny. I think Kenny finished with the same amount of points.
You know, I finished with 2 points. I figured I'd be down to 1, so there's that.
Man, you start taking away the whole negative point thing throughout the game, and those points they go up. Who knew, right?
Mind blowing is what it is.
But you doing good? You doing good?
Yeah, not too bad.
Awesome.
You?
You know, I'm here, Andrew. I'm doing great. I am extremely exhausted. I go back to work tomorrow, but I am here, and I'm happy to be talking toys with you fine folks, right? But let's get into it, shall we? We have a couple guests. Let's go ahead and knock out this housekeeping before we bring them up to the stage, okay? Let's not bore them with this. This is Collecting Justified. If you haven't noticed, ever since last week, I did finally update this slide. It says 9 p.m. now. Woo! Look at that. Progress. That's what we call progress. Your favorite Saturday night toy talk, live stream, podcast, whatever you want to call us. We're here just to justify our collections, help you justify your collecting as well. Okay? Just show up, say hi in the chat, hi in the comments if you're not live because you felt like hurting my feelings not being here live, and we'll help you justify it. Okay? Don't worry. You see, the Free Andrew from the Basement Fund is open. It's not as relevant this week. He's here, okay? He's here.
Yeah,
but
it's working.
Yeah, it's working, guys. Keep it up. Keep it up. Everything is greatly appreciated and goes towards the channel. You can also become a Justified channel member if you would like. Nothing's required. You know, Kenny might call some people lessers, but he's not here this week, so it's okay. All right. I do have a special message from Kenny to play here in a little bit too. Here is our wonderful list of Justified channel members. I'm going to run through this list real quick and say thank you for taking the time to support the channel. First, we have our Justified MVP, Z-Man 12 Bat, Compulsive Collector, John Morsey, David, Evan N. Smith, aka La Champion, and St. James, Encounter Culture, Bring Toys to Work, Dan Who Reviews, Gregory Trejo, and Home Dude. Getting into the Justified, we have Christopher Allen, Displayed Once, Kurt K, Cole's Cave, Yo Boys Got Toys, Super Turk 5000, Jay's Toy Collection UK, Chi Chi Collects, Jared Byrne, Jesse Hubbard, Justin Booth, Stu for Lunch, Cleva's Multiverse. Cleva, I promise you I know how to spell your name, bud. He hit me up. He's like, you know, you got my name in the title wrong, spelled wrong, right? I was like, shit, yeah. And get this, David, I had it spelled right everywhere else. Every time it mentions him in the description, everything, just for some reason, my dyslexia popped up when just typing in the title.
It wasn't me that corrected you this time.
It wasn't. But I'm sure you told him at Comic-Con to message me and you're like, I always have to do it. So can you do it, please? And
maybe.
Yeah, I'm on to you, David. I'm on to you. Tac Toys, Diggs, Figs, KJ Smith, K-Mac, and Frankie Rivera. Thank you, everyone, for being a Justified channel member and helping to support the channel. And we have our wonderful wall of guests. You can see it's like a wall of fame, right? You see everyone that's come through and taken the time to be on the channel, come and talk to us losers, and it's growing. It's 2 slides now. It'll be 3 slides before we know it, I promise. And here's our wonderful thumbnail right here. You can see we've got Cleva's Multiverse here, but there also might be someone else in the green room, fellas. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring Cleva up, shall we?
What's good, guys?
Hello.
How's everything going today? Feeling the same way that Davis feels. I'm exhausted, man. Like I was just saying it before, I'm really out of it today, man. I feel like I did a marathon last night, but like a marathon, like at macro level, just like this, but just on repeat. My feet are killing me, but it was all worth it because I had a blast.
Man, hopefully you guys don't get hit with the con crud or anything. That's like going forward, like get through these next couple of days feeling all right, and you know you're in the clear, right?
Yeah, it happens every time. Every time I go to Comic-Con, it's like that. You have to wear something comfortable on your feet. Don't wear anything that you're like not comfortable. It's not gonna work out for you.
No steel-toed boots, right?
No, not for that day. And it's funny because you might see somebody wearing something like that for their costume. Like when I saw Galactus walking and stuff like that and whatever, I'm like, how many steps before this guy's exhausted? He got to do this all day. You know what I mean? Like,
there was somebody in Ronald McDonald's like costume with full clown face paint. I'm like, why would you want? I mean, I appreciate cosplay and like those that have love for cosplay, but like, would you? I wouldn't really want to walk around a packed convention center all day in like full clown makeup. Like it's just
you gotta have a change of clothes, right?
Yeah,
gotta have a change of clothes. Go change.
I ran into Cleva and we were both sweating like a lot just from just standing around and walking around. Like we didn't even have no face paint on. So like I can't imagine what it's like for some of these heroes in cosplay. Bless them.
I couldn't do it. Guys, we have one more guest. I didn't know if he was going to make it.
Woo!
Someone else. This is a big surprise for everybody. We have the one and only Art G. What's up, Art?
Hey,
what's up?
How's it going?
Can you hear me?
Up,
I'm using my laptop microphone since I'm not at home technically.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, we can hear
you.
Loud and clear, man. Loud and clear. So David told me he tried to duck you, but you caught him, and
I caught him.
You made him spend time with you, right?
He tried to sit down in the panel somewhere else. And I yelled out his name, and when he made eye contact, he had that look like, oh shit, I got to sit next to him now.
That's a lie.
I saved you a seat.
That's a lie. I was
I know,
actually very, very happy to see a friendly face. And I sat with you last year at the panel, didn't I? Or nearby?
Nearby, yes.
Nearby.
Yes, you did.
Because Deep Lake Makes was next to me, but I think you were nearby. It was Deep Lake Makes, and then Machu Toy was on his other side.
Mhm.
But either way, I was sitting closer to you than I was to Kenny last year. And this year we were panel buddies. So
That's right.
It was a good time.
Right.
It was a good time.
But Art, I know you said you didn't know if you were going to be able to make it, man. I appreciate you taking the time to come chat with us a little bit.
I appreciate the invite. So thank you, David. Thank you, Justin. I honestly entered the door at like 8:58. So I was on my feet all day. So I can still walk. I was in Times Square before this, so I was just walking around.
Nice.
I have food and all that stuff. I can still move. I can still go. All you guys are all like, I'm like, wait, aren't I older than all you people?
David's really old. I don't know.
No. And I only did one day of the con, and Art is doing like all 4, right?
Yep. I'll be there tomorrow.
Marathon.
Right. Still going.
John, with Kenny out this week, who takes over if Justin's internet shits the bed? I think the stream would just keep going without a pilot, honestly, John, because it would keep going until I end the stream. So we figured that out at some point within our 60 episodes. But that's a good segue to say hi to people in the chat real quick. Of course, Dan Who was here bright and early. Right, Dan? I'm sure he's still awake. He's passed out in the bed with this still playing on his phone, I'm sure. JBTM is here as well. What's up, JB? Darth Sinister. What's up, Darth? Mike Hext. Mike, it's okay. She's used to the car rants, okay? Mike, I was in the car with my wife, and Mike sent a picture of some Playmates Power Rangers in the group chat just to irk me. And it triggered a rant just like that. And wife she just rolls her eyes at this point.
All I heard was Playmates.
Yeah. she's so sick of it at this point. Of course, David was here. Yes, episode 60, David. Episode 60. Tac is here as well. What's up, Mark? Professor Soundwaves. What's up? And Zion. See, Zion. Okay, we were a little late, okay? But I was here on time. That's all that matters. Okay. So let me play this video real quick. Kenny did send something in. He said he was going to try to be at New York Comic Con with you guys. So I'm not quite sure what happened, but this might explain some things.
What's going on, guys? I thought I was going to New York Comic Con. See, look, Statue of Liberty right there. Turns out I took a wrong turn. I ended up in Vegas, so I won't be there this weekend, but stay justified.
So he basically Bugs Bunnied it at some point.
Man.
He just didn't end up in Albuquerque. He ended up in
Yo, I
Vegas.
cannot hear you guys.
Oh, no. Hold on.
What's going on, guys?
Hello?
Now?
All right, I can hear you guys now. Now that is coming back to me now. That's what happened last time.
Yeah, that's what happened last time.
I so many quirks with StreamYard.
So many quirks. Art, you still hear us fine?
Yes, I can definitely hear.
I'm gonna have to
now Art's blind.
No, I'm good.
Cleva can't hear. Art can't see. It's okay. It's okay. So, guys, we got some New York Comic Con stuff to talk about. David, Cleva, and Art were all there. Andrew was actually there cosplaying as Galactus. You guys mentioned it earlier, but he was in the high boots and everything. We just weren't going to say anything.
Nice.
So we're going to get into some Comic Con stuff, right? Let you guys tell us what your experiences were with each other, how David tried to duck you and everything. He already he told me he got out of there without talking to Trey, Carbon Scoring, and I don't know. He's such a nice guy, David. I let him know that you ducked him on purpose.
For the record, Justin in the Justified chat on Instagram at like 6:45 p.m. said, "Oh, did you see Trey? Because he said I forgot. He said he was going to be there." I'm like, "Why are you telling me at 6:45 p.m.?" Like, all right, you know when I was leaving. I left at like a little after 5. Like an 8-hour shift in Comic-Con is enough for me.
You left at 5 o'clock, David? Why?
I left at like probably 5:15, 5:30. it was too much, man. It was so crowded in there. Like I went to the Hasbro booth like 3 different times to try to talk to Dwight or Dan or Brandon, and they were all in interviews with people, like recording interviews with people, like every single time I went to the booth. And by 5 p.m. I'm like, I can't keep doing this. Like like Cleva was saying, it's like you're on a hamster on a wheel, and it's like you like I would walk to like I started at the Hasbro was like at the start of the aisles, and then I would walk the entire length of the con, which was like 3 city blocks, and then circle back, and they were in another interview with somebody else. So I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I look like a crazed stalker, and I'm not. I swear.
No, you should have stayed like I told you to. Should have stayed.
Yeah.
I mean, every time I went, I was always talking to
Well, what it was, Art.
I was talking to Dan about fatherhood. Today I was talking to White. We were talking about wrestling for like 30 minutes. So it's crazy.
You didn't talk about me? You should have.
I said that, there's someone just like moseying around. You should probably go talk to him.
He was like peeking out from around the corner. He's like, oh, look busy. That's see. John says here, David, you have to be in bed to watch Matlock by 7:30. So
that sounds right. That sounds accurate. No, like I'm a manager in retail, as most of you know, and so like I deal with crowds of people all the time in my store, and like you when you're a manager, the team works off of your energy. So like I always have to like bring all of this like high energy to drive the team and drive the results and bring everybody along for the journey. And so like for 40 hours a week, I'm constantly like pushing myself and being like super present and reactive to like customers and employees and fellow managers. And like when I'm on vacation, I like to shut all of that off and not interact with anybody at all to recharge the social battery, because it takes a lot of out of you to like be on all the time, so like I can do it once a week on a stream or twice a week on a stream, because my phone could just die and I can just roll over and go to bed. But in a con, like it brought back like terror memories of like just really crowded
Black Friday
with a ton of people. Black Friday, like yes, absolutely, like it's a lot. And I fall into this manager mindset where I'm like, it would be more efficient if people would like not stop in the middle of the aisle and move to the side when they're gonna stream something on their phone, or like I was starting to like try to manage the crowd, and I'm like, no, you're not here to do that. Like like pay attention to like the other things going on around you, not be mad at like being stuck behind somebody that's wearing like a huge sword on their back, like I don't know. It was a lot. My mind goes to a lot of different places, and a thing like that, I was overstimulated, and I needed to like. No, I've been here since 9:30. It's 5:30. It's time to go. I've seen everything. I've been around the con 3 times. Like, I've hung out with great people. I found some good toys. Like, that's what it was. And I passed my badge off to somebody on my way out, and they got in with my badge and enjoyed the rest.
Like you gave it to some normie on the outside?
This guy, as I was walking out, like they scan you out when you leave, and I'm going out, this guy was like, "Are you done with your badge?" And I'm like, "Yeah, they scan me out." And he's like, "Well, it works both ways. Like they can scan me back in." I'm like, "All right, enjoy," and I just took it off and handed it. So
damn, you didn't even want it for like the memento?
I was just about to say that.
I have the previous lanyards and whatnot. So like,
every year is
like a minute after I walked past that guy and gave him my badge, another one was like, "Anybody selling badges? Anybody selling badges?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, I could have made some money back." But
there's a lot of releases going on right now, David. You should have you could have held out.
I really
held out for a better price.
Next year, I'll be more strategic. I'll leave at 5 on the dot and sell my badge for like to make back whatever I spent on clothes.
And then you could buy a new phone, and I could finally retire this graphic, David, for when your phone dies.
I thought you had retired the graphic, Justin. Thank you.
No,
so
it's
much.
always here. It's always
Thank
ready.
You so much for bringing it.
Classic, David.
It is a classic. I've even got the. Hold on. Here we go. The music to go with it.
Delightful.
Hopefully, Cleva, can you still hear us?
Clever's still here.
I can hear you. There was,
Okay, perfect. Okay.
there was nothing going on.
I'm
Well, I
gonna
just want to
check
say
every
real
time.
quick. I think that too, your experience at Comic-Con depends on your intention, right? So like if you have a booth and you're just politicking at that booth or very close to it and you're just there for like networking things, then your feet are gonna be light. You're just gonna be, standing up and having a good time. But if you're like trying to hit every single booth and you're trying to make deals and you're trying to see what's on the other side before you make a decision and go back, you can only go as fast as the person in front of you, which is nothing. And you can't just spin around, and that's what takes its toll, I think, that going back and forth. Whereas the people in the Hasbro booth were just there for 8 hours, probably just politicking and just loving it. You know what I mean? So I think the more you work the floor, the more it works you.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I was thinking about that because like, if I went there with the intent to like stream, like post all day on my IG story, then I would be like taking 2 pictures. I hear myself. Am I hearing myself on somebody's screen?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we have an echo.
Okay, I don't know, but like if I was gonna post, like I'd take pictures and then I'd stand off to the side for 20 minutes and post and like select music for my IG stories, and then I would walk around for another 20 minutes, and it would be such a like I wouldn't really be in it, like experiencing it. So like I had to like stop the posting. I posted while I was waiting to be let in, and then I had to like just stop the posting. I like had to start to re-strategize. I'm here to meet people and I'm here to shop and attend 2 panels, and then like you have to focus that version of yourself. Like you have to go in with one strategy. Like maybe next year if I go in just to be posting about it, that's a different David, Evan, or Smith that's going to be there doing that. You know what I mean? Like it's what you make of it, really. But you have to go with an intention, otherwise you're going to be all over the place.
And just to double back on that, like that's exactly what happened to me yesterday. So I went in there. The way I went in is not the way I came out. So I went in there talking about I'm gonna get all this footage. Right? I told you I'm gonna try to do a vlog. I got a microphone. I got all this stuff. Once I went in there, my creative mode turned off, my fan mode kicked on, and it was more like, forget, you know what? I do this all the time. Who cares? But I want to take a time out. And it started turning to me. By the time you saw me, my energy was on 1,000. I don't know if you recognize that. Like I look like I need Adderall or something because I was just going through it. Like I was just like, yo, I got this, I got that, because everything was clicking yesterday. It's very rare. You can go to a con and go to a line, they sell out, or you can go somewhere and you're like, damn, I was there, but not really, it didn't happen. Everywhere that I was going, I was coming off, and I was like, yo, this is incredible, man. And I was like, you know what? The camera's gonna have to wait. I don't want to record anything. And I kind of just forgot about it. So whatever footage I did get, it was like the people that I was with. My girlfriend was with me, and my daughter, whatever they was able to get, and they sent it to me. I'm gonna try to manipulate that and together. But like he said, I had to pick one. And the fanboy in me won yesterday, man. I was just like, you know what? Whatever, man.
Yeah. And it's more, it's more important when you're doing one day. Like you only have that one day to experience it as you're going to experience it. Art is going 4 days. So he can kind of pick a different lane each day of how he approaches it. Like maybe the first day he's experiencing the con. Maybe the second day he's filming stuff. Like you can afford to switch it up. But Art, you could speak more to that.
That was going to be my question. How are you balancing it, Art?
Yeah. It's a little bit of everything every day. But Thursday is the bigger focus of purchasing because it's exclusives, you want to make sure you get into that booth to pick up whatever that could sell out. You know what I mean? So Thursday was the heaviest day, and literally heaviest day because I'm carrying all this shit, whether it be for me or for other people. It is what it is. So
does that take us into pickups?
It can definitely do that, but because it's New York Comic-Con, it is pretty much the one event, because it's a large event for me, that I will take that footage and upload it that night. So I already have 13 videos up the past few days. I'm gonna put like another 5 tonight, because the footage that I do at Comic-Con is similar to what I do for my toy hunting. It's just me toy hunting, or it's just walking around checking out the shelves in stores. New York Comic-Con for me is, hey, what's it like to walk in a booth at New York Comic-Con? And if you look at my videos, it's small portion videos of, hey, this is the Mezco booth. What do you get to see in the Mezco booth? What do you get to do? What do you get to buy? Things like that. So it's all coming out. I'm doing a little bit of everything at the same time. Yes, I would have probably liked to focus, hey, one day of footage, but that's tough because when there's a F ton of people, it's hard to record stuff. Clever, it's just a pain in the ass to record stuff. And then, like you said, you just want to turn it off now because now you just want to enjoy it instead of getting aggravated because people are getting in your way or vice versa. So I normally waited until like the last 2 hours, and I did a lot of recording. I missed the days where I got to get in early when there's no one, and I could record the booths as much as I want to.
Yeah. So do you think enjoy the rest of the con? Right. So
do you think you feel the same if you because you have the 4-day pass, so you have that luxury of being able to plan it out, right? Do you feel like if you had a 1-day pass, do you feel like that structure would still hold place, or do you feel like things would change? Like priority wise, you know what I mean?
Priority wise, I'd probably go right to, if it was just 1 day, it would probably go try to get all exclusives that I can. I'm not buying anything for anyone because I'm focusing on myself because I only have 1 day. And then once I do, I'm going to just prioritize who do I want to record or who have I scheduled an interview to do? Because, when you speak to HR and PR from certain companies like Hasbro, you got to get that scheduled out and they're going to give you a time slot. So it really depends on how you're going to manage that.
All right, yeah, cool. I figured that, man.
But like Alexi said, that is a good segue into pickups. And Art and Cleva, I know this stream can tend to go pretty long. So if either of you have to drop out for any reason at any point, just interrupt one of us, let us know, hey, gotta go. And
I'll let you know maybe 10, 15, I would say.
All right. Here we go. Art, I'm gonna go ahead and bring you up, my friend. And let's go over some pickups. The best part of
I'll try to
right?
I will try to speed run it. So first, Doc Nocturnal from the Yeti.
Yeah. That's a 2-pack, yeah?
Expensive. That's the 2-pack.
Yeah.
Expensive. Really expensive. But it's funny how Mezco provided this at the show while everyone pre-ordered it and still has to wait a good month or so longer after New York Con to get their own. That's sad sometimes. The Hasbro booth. I got my Super Scroll. So
okay. How do you feel about it, Art? With I know a lot of people don't like the whole the cut with the legs.
Yeah, the transition is poorly.
Yeah.
A poor decision. Or you know what? I wouldn't have minded it being this way if they gave us another set of legs, regular legs. That would have been fine, and I would have been okay with that. But it's another scroll in my collection of scrolls in a way, so it's still okay for me. What else is there? Oh, the Pythona, which I did get autographed by the artist who did the work right there.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
That's John Chiang. This sold out every day. So one per customer.
One, but that had a one customer.
There was a Walmart booth. I don't know if you guys were aware of that.
There's a Walmart booth?
There was a Walmart booth because of Collector Con. Mm-hmm. So the Walmart booth had a couple things to do, like win a couple things. They also had displayed some of the Collector Con items, so you can take a look at that. But no one knew that if you actually walked into the booth, they were selling stuff, and they were selling Collector Con stuff, which is ridiculous.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they had the Ghost Viper and Dire.
Oh shit!
There. So that was pretty cool. This is a weird ass thing too for G.I. Joe, but you know what? It's G.I. Joe regardless. And they had the Marvel Legends Hellfire Gala Spider-Man that I got autographed to by the artist.
Yeah.
The artist who made Russell Donovan.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
Keeping
this
it
is
in box
very
then?
well done. Sorry?
Keeping it in box then, since it's autographed?
No, I'm taking it out. I don't care. I'm going to take it out.
I thought you were going to get a second one to open.
They sold out. How about that?
Snap.
So the paint on this, extremely well done. Like the lines and everything in the webbing that they did, it's pristine. It's awesome. SH Figure Arts at the Tamashi Nations booth. I got my New York Comic Con Gogeta, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. I didn't open it yet, but I got Gogeta. I never had a Gogeta before. And then the Image Anime booth, which is friends to The Amazing. They are technically partnered with Storm Collectibles, thanks to The Amazing. That's the Image Anime booth. They had the Storm Arena Ken exclusive color.
Yeah,
which is awesome. It's funny because I have Ken and Ryu on my pile of loot that I have not shipped yet because I want more stuff to be in my pile of loot. So this was technically my first Storm Arena figure.
The recolor first.
The recolor, right? But they got me because they had a surprise drop on the day of that they weren't allowed to announce. 2 other Storm Arena figures from Baki the Grappler.
Yeah.
These 2. So these were already coming out anyway, but they got it early. So I was like, God damn it. Why? So wanted to pick these up. These are awesome. Violent as hell anime, but it's just so outlandishly funny because of the fighting and everything like that.
Yeah.
And that's it. I got a bunch of Articulated Ninja stuff because he couldn't make it. So The Amazing had a bag for me to carry around for 8 hours. So, but he gave me permission to play with one of the items that he had in the bag, which came all the way from Wonderfest, which is the Sesame Studios Hilda figure, which was this beautiful lady right here.
They're so good. Yeah. Nice.
Unbelievable. You can strip her down completely.
We should do that. We should do that here.
Completely. Take everything off.
I know David's interested.
Everything.
So would you say that would scale well with like a Savage Crucible or Mythic Legions?
Yes. Considering it's a female, yes, I would say. It is, Mythic Legions, Savage Crucible, I would say that.
Nice.
Sick.
I think that's it. Outside of a bunch of freebie stuff, which I got a lot. I think that's it.
It's got to be hard to keep track, especially if you were there every day. It's like, oh God, what did I get? What did I get?
Yeah.
That can be very dangerous. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Cleva, I know you said you got a lot, man.
I did, man. Yo, that's another thing. Walking around Comic-Con, as you pick up items, it get heavier and heavier. So every lap is a little harder, and you're a little more tired than the last one. These boxes are not small, man. See what's going on.
Can you imagine if you're buying comic books and how heavy that gets?
Oh man. Yeah, exactly. It's like, man. That's why they have you seen these big. Then they give you these brolic big bags, right? That you want to fill to the top, right? That you want to fill to the top and hang them over your shoulder. These get really heavy, man. These get really heavy.
I was getting hit with those bags all day yesterday.
Yo, somebody tried to take my head off one of those, man. Some dude tried to rush past me on the right hand side because it was like 5 left, and he really tried to push past me, and I had to tap him back. I was like, fam, what's up with you? And he was like, oh, you in line? I was like, come on, slow down, fam. Like, come on, man. Like, it was like, I was like, come on, man. Like, and my daughter was in front of me, so I was like, anyway. All right, so you want me to roll off?
Yeah, man, go ahead.
All right, so check this out. All right, so this year was a little bit different too because you know, I love figures and all that, but I also have some other passions that I like. And this year it brought out some other things. So I'm gonna show you. So I'm gonna start from the back because I picked up some older things that I've been looking for, and that's why I like going to places like this because it's hard to find those things sometimes, right? Like right now, everybody, I'm doing the Archangel, the X23, whatever. I did not have this Daredevil right here. You know what I'm saying? And then for the price, for $30. You know what I'm saying? Because you know he doesn't come with the Sasquatch head. That's fine. I don't want Sasquatch. I just want him for the X-Force, you know what I mean? To go with it. Yep. So I didn't have him because this guy was going for a grip for a long time, like, you know, the money that he cost. So for $30, I was looking for him. So these are the ones you got to scroll through the booths and find and really put that work in. So I was happy to get this guy. Same situation with this one. This Hobgoblin is one that I've been checking for a long time because the price on this one is just not something that I'm comfortable paying. Doesn't have the glider, but that's fine because I got a bunch of Hobgoblins and a bunch of extra gliders. And the one that's about to get demoted doesn't need a glider. So check it out. You know, that's going with that. All right, so now we're going to start moving up. Oh, hold up. Shout out to my boy David. Hold up, man, because, yo, this guy right here, this is one of the first Builder figures I should have put together. But I was missing this left arm for almost a decade. So I just want to say shout out to David because I was able to do a trade with him at Comic-Con and I got this arm, which now makes it a complete figure. So this guy's been incomplete the longest in my collection almost. And shout out to the Justified team because now he's complete.
See,
he had some battle
figure
damage.
parts out to the community.
You know? All right, with double back, yo, of course, we're going to have the, you know, the NYCC Super Scroll. I feel the same way with the transition on the paint on the legs. And I also feel like there's really no representation of Invisible Woman here. It's just the 3.
Yeah.
I mean,
unless it's invisible.
Or even just the 2, because where's Mr. All right, yeah, just a slight Mr. Fantastic, but
with the stretch.
So there's no representation of Invisible Woman, but it is what it is. I grabbed one of these. You know I'm into Transformers. They had the NYCC Nemesis Prime. I had to grab one of those. I didn't even get to open this one up yet. Like I said, I've been going through it since I came home, but I can't wait to see what's going on with this.
It's a big box.
Is that an exclusive, Cleva?
It is. This is an NYCC exclusive, correct?
Is it like a recolor or a reissue or brand new? Or I don't know much about Transformers.
So this one, I won't be able to say if this is the reuse. I don't remember him. I don't remember this either with the 3. I also
is that Optimus Prime?
This is Nemesis Prime, right? So it's the bad Optimus.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? And then he has the 3 ships that turn into a sword. So this was at the Hasbro booth. You could have got this with the Super Scroll, and there's some other things I'm gonna show you. So I was more than happy to grab him. And like I said, when I went to the Hasbro booth, it's like everything was, hey, no problem. There was nothing was like, oh man, should have came earlier, or not today, come back tomorrow. Everything was clicking. So I was real happy to get this. I have not bought Black Series. I mean, anything current for Black Series. No shade on them, but nothing has been really popping. But I had to get the Mace Windu and
nice.
Sidious.
Yeah,
that's
sick.
That's a good set.
How could I not? You know what I mean? How could I not? I saw it. I was like, no, I have to get the Mace Windu. And then for a minute, I was like, does he not come with a lightsaber? It's back here. I had to slice it open because I was like, I really want the purple lightsaber. So I cannot tell you the last time that I was hype about something Black Series is usually I'm digging in the crates when it comes to Black Series, like Stormtroopers, stuff like that, older ones, the current ones, anything, it's just not moving for me.
It's a bad motherfucker.
Just like RG, I did pick up one of these because I passed by the booth and I also saw the figures that he had. The other one that you had, I thought he was a Kuma from far away. I thought, like, when I saw the Ken and I saw one under him, I said, wait, does he have a Kuma out already? And then when I got close, I saw the ones that he was holding. I said, oh, this is not a Kuma, it's the anime guys. So this is actually the only Street Fighter guy they had there. They had everything else out, but it was like pending approval. Yeah. And they do look tough. I mean, listen, am I going to switch to Storm Arena? Not really. I mean, it's an exclusive. So I said I wanted to grab it because I also wanted to compare one of them at least to Jada. So if I'm going to have at least one of them, it should at least be an exclusive one instead of just having the regular Ken. So when I saw it, and it wasn't too crazy, I think it was $46 I picked it up for. at the convention. So I was like, why not? You know, so I got my first Storm collectible for this price. This is, you know, whatever this is for them.
The taxes and the freight and the shipping, first of all, really, you know, screwed us over because, you know, these are like $30 figures.
Right.
But since it's the exclusive, it was like $42. And I was like, what the fuck? But because they got it shipped, airline, I was like, oh my God. And that's why. But remember, because this is Image Anime's exclusive, they're not making it anywhere else. So and they sold, it's done. They don't have any more for tomorrow. So if you got a gold one, that's it. You're not going to find it anywhere else.
Oh, wow.
And not for nothing, I don't feel like that booth was you could have passed that booth without, if you wasn't paying attention. It was so like in the cut, and it was just so like he had like one row of them, one or two of those out. That was it. Like you really had to find that guy. It wasn't like a bigger booth for the Street Fighter figures.
No, yeah, because it's just a vendor. It's just a vendor selling their product. That's all it is. And Storm Collectibles was just nice enough for The Amazing to, hey, if you want some presents, we'll share a part of our booth to you. So that's what it is.
Oh, okay.
Moving on from figures, I got some other things here. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Have you guys seen these? I saw these online, and I was like, man. So the precious metal cards.
Yeah, I almost bought one.
So I was on the fence about this, right? I saw this on somebody on a short, and it was a girl. She had the 3 Star Wars ones, right? And I was like, oh, that's dope. I like that. She told me the price. I ain't like it too much no more, right? But then my daughter liked it, and then she was like, "Oh, I want one of these." So I'm the type of like, well, if you get one, I got to get one too because I can't just have you have the only one in the house, right? So we got 2 of these, right? So I mean, I can open. I can show you which one I got.
Wait, so what is it?
These are solid metal, precious metal cards. So they either made with silver or gold. So these are like this one's all gold, and tier 1 is the easiest one you could pull. Tier 2, it gets a little harder over here. 10% chance, 1% chance.
Oh, it's a blind box.
It is a blind box.
Okay.
So I mean, I'll give you guys a glimpse. I already opened it.
Let's do it.
Of course, I had to see what was going on. So when I opened this one, the one I pulled was bad.
Ooh, nice.
Platinum.
Good job, man.
You know, and then it's funny because you know I was gonna give my daughter dibs anyway, and she was like, she pulled the first one, right? And I was like, well, you know, if she wants this one, I'm gonna give it to her. She's like, no, you can have. I like the colorful one. I was like, okay, man, I'll take it all day. You know what I'm saying? Because you know that's the one I was checking for anyway. So as long as everybody's happy, we happy. So yeah, I got one of those. That's pretty good. Sitting and having the collection. Not saying I'm gonna go wild out trying to collect these or anything, but I think it's good to have one of these in the cut. You know, something different for Comic-Con. With that being said, I love the list. I love Invincible. I passed by the keepsake booth and I went ballistic on the cards that they have coming out. So they did have the PSA graded Invincible cards, 3 per person. And then I told my daughter to get a line because it was So these are PSA graded cards from the Invincible line. These are also blind. Right, so it's like you can get anybody from these. I've been pulling them up on my shorts. If you guys, that's the only thing I did last night in the hotel. I popped these up on shorts. I can open a few of these. These are already open too. These are super dope. These are PSA graded cards. Then on top of that, they had the these are not PSA graded, but these are like Comic-Con exclusive cards. So let me open these up. And they already come. Like, look, this is the Immortal.
Nice. Sick.
And these come in a blind pack, and these also hand numbered. There's only a certain amount of these. And they was having like a real crazy day over there. I was like loving Invincible, but I will show you some of these cards, some of these PSA ones real fast. And then also I spun the wheel. And they had the whole set for sale. But I spun the wheel, and then there was like you got the opportunity to get it for like 100 because it was like 400, and they had a max of 2. So then I had to grab 2 because I was like, because I spun the wheel, man. We talking about like you know, and I hit it. He was like, yeah, that's crazy, and it's crazy because I hit it like on a half spin, like it was almost like, yo, I'm gonna do it again. And he was like, yo, my brother, you just hit the best thing. You just leave it right there. And I was like, look, I was like, oh, yo, let me get that. So I got everything there. I got the whole card set. And then I'm gonna open one, and I'm gonna have one on in the closet. But if you guys want to see what these cards look like, check these out. PSA cards.
Nice.
See, these are all, I think, what's this one? 36 out of 50. There's only 50 of these. These are all PSA 10. This is a triple set. Let me see some. I got Invincible too. I hit Invincible.
You thinking you might display these behind like the Jada Invincible figures, like on a shelf when those come out?
I'm gonna do something because I really like these cards, and I gotta find a way to not have these. Like on Alien, I gotta find a way to display these, man. You know, these are super dope.
Yeah.
And
Cleva, you just did a video about this. That's how they get you, by numbering them. Remember?
I'm telling you, I did, and you know, and that's the thing, man. You know, we have to be mindful. Like every day can't be Monday. I mean, every day you can't do this every Monday, right? But there's Christmas, and there's days that we have to treat ourselves. And yesterday was Christmas for me. Yesterday was the day that I was waiting for. Yesterday was a day that I was like, these are the only days I'm gonna be able to grab these things. I'm not gonna be able to get these again. You know what I mean? And the fact that I pulled Invincible, I pulled Omni-Man. I was like, yo, they wanted me to open them there. They was like, open it on our stream. And if you get 23 out of something, we'll give you, and I hit 23 too. I had 23, but I wanted to do it on my channel. So I didn't want to do it on theirs. So I went hard on the cards this year and it gave me a little bit break from the figures. But the figures I did pick up were either really older that I really needed from the past or exclusive. If they weren't exclusive, I probably wasn't checking for them this year. I mean, this week for regular pickups, I mean, we got the regular, I got the Battle Damage Spider-Man. That was right before Comic-Con. He feels old now.
Already.
Seriously, I got that last week, and it feels like it was a month ago. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, Spider-Man. And that's why he's all hurt. And I picked up these two guys. They're new too. But it's not Comic-Con stuff. So, you know, we're going to this Walmart stuff. We're going to put this back. It's all about Comic-Con this week. But that's my pickups. Oh, and I did get a blood splatter pack, 1 of 100. All of these were very rare, limited cards, whatever. So, you know, I was like, let me get down with this now. Something different too. And it adds to the collection too, because it's not just all figures, because I do love cards. Quiet fun fact real quick. When I was younger, couldn't afford figures. You know what I'm saying? My mother didn't have money like that. And when we did, it was sparingly. But guess what I could afford? I could afford cards. $1 pack of X-Men cards. And I would read those cards religiously. I don't know if you guys remember the back of those cards, the power levels, the scale, like Professor X 6.
Absolutely.
His mind would go to a 6. Jean Grey was a 7. Beast energy was strength was a 5. I would have those things memorized like I was studying for the SAT. You know what I mean? And like those cards were everything. You know what I mean? So like when I see those cards, those are even more nostalgic to me than the figures because they remind me of who I was before the figures. So yeah.
Nice.
That's all I got, guys.
Well, that's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. It's just, we collect, whether it's cards, figures, it's like an escape, right? We all have a job we got to go to. We got a family we got to take care of. It's a fun hobby. And those cards, sometimes cards scratch that exact same itch as a figure, or even better, you bounce around, collect different things. And it's more than just one thing. You just collect like different kinds of stuff, right? And cards are like easy to kind of put behind like a figure or something like that. Eventually my like Yu-Gi-Oh figure collection, I want to have like the cards like back behind them and everything. Right now the shelf's a little too crowded to do it, but eventually, you know. Let's see here. Before we get into any more pickups, I do want to point out we had a $2 super chat from King. Let me get your name right here. King's Port Cow. I apologize for butchering your name. Yeah, that's how I read. But thank you so much for the $2 super chat with a question, and you get a little video here. Let's see here. Here we go. Which one you think you want? So you want the classic here? Let me see. Let me find it. StreamYard updated and moved all my videos around. Here we go. I haven't done this one in a while, David. Here we go.
Don't forget, you're my #1 customer.
Very topical.
Very, very topical. The one I'm looking for, I can't find the one I was actually looking for, David. I feel like it got deleted. I don't know. Anyway, you said Sports Cow. There we go.
Sport Cow.
Fort Cal. Thank you so much. But okay, so what's the most you spent on a figure? Ooh, let's see here. Let's go safe first. Andrew, you answer first.
I think about 120, 130.
Okay.
What was it?
I'm still waiting on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mayfax Darth Vader?
Yeah. Just waiting for it to ship.
Art, you can plead the fifth if you need to.
Oh no, I'm perfectly fine with it. In the past, it used to be a hot toy, maybe about like $300. Now,
okay,
it's a Mythic Legions dragon for about $950.
Oh my god!
And we should be getting it
that much?
by. I hope we get it by sometime next fall.
That's crazy.
With all the accessories, because I had to buy at least the flame effects and all that shit.
If you're gonna go in on it, you got to get everything, right?
Yes. And when is the next time you're ever gonna buy that giant ass dragon? No one else is gonna make something like that. No.
Do you have a spot picked out for it already?
Yeah, right on the floor. Perfect. It's basically the size of a 30-pound dog.
That's a good answer. Cleva?
Nothing that high. I don't have anything that high. The hot toys I have were gifted to me from my brother, so I'm not gonna take credit for them. The most I've spent aftermarket on a figure, I want to say aftermarket because it's like $85 on a Rogue on an aftermarket. That's when she was like 100 something. A long time ago.
Juggernaut Wave Rogue.
That's when she was like 120 at that point, and I got it for like 85, and I was like, let me snatch it now. And that was at a Comic-Con a while ago, and I thought that I was bugging out, like, yo, $85, man, it's crazy for a $25 for a $17 figure back then, because that's way before the price hike.
A peg warmer too.
And anything other than that will be regular price, like a Dragon Man or something like that. Maybe some of my Transformers. Transformers will go a grip, 100 something. But we're not looking at nothing too crazy. Like, I wouldn't say anything. I've never spent like $200 on a figure. It would have to be like a combiner that's close to that. But I don't. That's hard for me to let go of that much money for one thing at one time. I have to be in love with it, and I have a lot of likes. I don't have a lot of love. Like, I have a lot of likes.
That's fair. David, what's the most you spent on a single figure?
I mean, in recent times, I feel like the HasLab Galactus is probably like the most on a single figure.
Sure.
But in the past, I know in 2020 when I was like furloughed and collecting unemployment, and we couldn't spend anything on anything. So I was buying some expensive Dio, like the Buffy Library Dio was probably my most expensive Dio that I bought because I was sitting at home for months with nothing to do. And I was like, I'm going to make all my collections shine a little brighter, So I started buying Dios and shit. So it would probably be that.
Yeah, that's fair. Alexi?
So just to ease Cleva's mind a little bit, I spent $90 on that same Rogue. I mean, not the same Rogue. Obviously, I don't have the Rogue you have, but that same version of Rogue, I spent $90 at Frankensons, which is a collectible show. And I will say that even though 3 more Rogues have come out since that figure, I have not bought any of them because I'm getting my damn money's worth until the Mayfex comes out. So that's
She holds up.
That's still my Rogue.
She holds up.
In my display. But if I was going to say the most that I spent on a figure that wasn't aftermarket, it's got to be the 3-0 Hulkbuster MDLX, which was about $300. And I bought it retail, and I've actually since sold that figure. But I think I sold it for like $250 or something. So I knocked 50 off for having it, playing with it, and then I reboxed it, kept everything, and then I ended up selling it on for $250. So,
okay, that's reasonable. Okay, so let's continue pickups. David, you're the other New York Comic-Con guy. You want to save yours for last? Do you have a lot? Do you want to save it for last, or you want to go now?
We could We could save mine. I'm gonna try to do it quickly, regardless. But we could save mine if you wanna.
Well, I know Andrew's just itching to talk over here, so I'm gonna bring Andrew up. Andrew,
Yep.
what did you pick up this week?
You know, after you said the Walmart near us had that new wave,
Yeah.
I had to go check it out. So I did end up getting Chimera.
Oh, I like that.
Like I said, the show was trash, but this was actually a pretty good character.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I feel the same.
You don't have
It
to
was
like
kinda
the show to like a character, right? So
exactly.
Correct.
What's kind of cool is like it's got the helmet sculpt, but it actually comes with a separate head sculpt.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Star Black Series with accessories is almost unheard of. So
like, yeah, they're starting to get a little bit better.
Yeah.
Just a little. Not a lot.
A little bit. All right. Pick anything else up from the wave? No. Was it all still there? That's what I'm curious of. Were they all still on the heads?
I think they still had an Anakin,
That's
Sand Trooper,
That's wild.
Chimera, and maybe an Obi-Wan.
Okay. I'm itching to get one of those Sand Troopers. Just because I had it as a kid. That's the only reason. Like we were talking about earlier. That's the only reason.
It's a good enough reason.
Yeah, I've already got 2 stormtroopers flanking Darth Vader. That's all I need as far as regular stormtroopers, right? Can't go down the rabbit hole too much. But I just remember that Sand Trooper figure specifically as a kid. I'm like, damn it, it's going to end up getting me eventually. All right. Andrew, anything else? That was it? Just the one?
That's it. Just the one.
You're the smart one of the bunch. You're the smart one of the bunch.
Yeah.
So
I guess.
let's see here. Alexi, what did you pick up this week?
I actually got a few things. I went down. Amanda and I were down in LA this past weekend, and there's a place down there called Toys in the Box. It's kind of an undercover, like back alley in the cut, and they have a lot of really cool stuff, like import stuff, Storm Marina. They have Mezco. They have all kinds of really great stuff, as I said before. So I ended up getting a few things that I passed on and a few things that I needed. One of those is the Jada Toys Vega, or Balrog if you're nasty. I was missing him to go with the rest of the Jada releases that have come out, including Blanca and Sagat. So with him, I am all up to date on everything Jada has done for Street Fighter 2. So really happy with this figure. Really cool accessories, and of course, like, it's Jada, so you already know that it's going to move the way you want. It's got everything you're looking for, and the sash is bendy wire, so it's great. Such a great figure.
Such a little
You got all
detail.
variants too?
I didn't do the variants. I'm only doing. I have Evil Ryu and I have Violent Ken, but other than that, I'm just doing the regular player ones.
You're better than me.
Well, don't get me wrong. I want the Dalzim, the exclusive Dalzim for those effects. Same thing with Bison. I just haven't bit on it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then another thing that I got from Toys in the Box, shout out Toys in the Box down in LA, was a Marvel Legends 2-pack that I canceled from BBTS because their pre-order fulfillment dates are all over the place. Hasbro, not BBTS. And they had this 2-pack in stock. So I got the Wolverine and Silver Samurai 2-pack. Really, really like this Wolverine. Probably one of the best Marvel Legends Wolverines I've ever handled. And I got a little sneak preview of it because Machu Toy brought his Wolverine when he came down for the Toy Migos meetup in LA last month. And I got to handle it a little bit, mess around with it, and I was like, damn, I actually do want this. And then when I went to Toys in the Box, they had it for a reasonable price, so I bit, and I listed like a couple other yellow Tiger Stripe Wolverines for sale. Not the Mafex, but a couple of the Legends versions that I had, so really happy with this. And then the last thing that I got from Toys in the Box was something that Prime to the First kind of like nudged me to pick up, even though I literally have another version or another figure of this version of the character, is the Mezco Captain America. this thing is really cool. If I didn't have the Mafex Captain America, this would easily be my favorite version of Cap. I still, gun to my head, if I had to pick one, I would pick the Mafex version, but this is an insanely good Cap. Mezco did such a good job with this thing. D Amazing has a great review for it. It's really, really articulated well. The effects that come with it. I will say that the effects that come with this Cap probably outweigh the Mafex, but the hand selection that Mafex comes with outweighs this Cap. So I didn't pick up the new 2-pack Captain America from Marvel Legends, so I'll probably use one of these caps for my Marvel vs. Capcom display, and then the other one for my Avengers display. But really, really happy to have this. Don't regret it at all, and recommend it if you don't have a cap, or if you really like Mezco.
Well,
I can't tell. Is that soft goods? Is that soft goods on the figure? It's hard to tell through the. Is it?
It is.
All right. Yeah, that's cool. Is it
they
like
even
the bottom
did
half?
like the little scale design? Yeah. The bottom half is
Yes,
soft goods
I
as
like
well.
that detail. Yeah.
They did the trunks. Yeah, like he's really flexible. He's got the double jointed knees. He's got the double jointed elbows. Like it all fits together really well, and he's really flexible.
Yeah, it looks so.
It
looks like a real pair of pants on it.
Yeah,
it looks
definitely.
like a real pair of pants, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's highly recommend. Sick figure. And then the last pickup that I had was thanks to Mike Hext in our Legends and Liquor group, because he trolls the places that I dare not go, and that's Walmart and Target. And he posted this in the chat. He found this battle damaged Peter Parker, Spider-Man. Guys, Spider-Man is Peter Parker. I hope you knew that.
What?
Yeah, spoiler. I really like this figure. The big complaint that I've seen was that there just wasn't enough battle damage, but I feel like this has a really good amount of damage. Like even on places where they don't specifically mark like blood on him, there's still some nicks. Maybe that's just a QC issue, but it really fits with the theme of the figure. So really happy to have this. And I just had him, I got it for retail at Walmart. I think that's where he was. And I just had him unbox everything and ship it to me loose. But I definitely had to make sure that he shipped the card in good condition. So he gave me a top loader for it. So I appreciate that, Mike Hex. And this thing is going up for sale on Monday because I have no use for a Magic card. Card. Yeah, I definitely have use for the figure. So.
Do you have the Maximum Spider?
I didn't get it. No. I'm a big Mafex guy, so I have the Mafex Spider-Man as like my highly articulated, and I have a bunch of like extra web effects and everything. So, and now I have the shield that came with Maximum Spider-Man. Yeah.
The reason I brought it up was because I didn't pick up the Maximum Spider. Not that I was against it. Like I actually had it on pre-order. And then just like when it was ready to come in, something was just telling me like I wasn't feeling it. So I canceled the pre-order. I actually had 2 on pre-order and I canceled them. Didn't regret it, no regrets. When I saw that battle damage one on on Digital Run or whatever, I can't say I fell in love with it. I was like, yeah, maybe, yeah, whatever. And then I wound up coming across it. I picked it up. When I saw it, I had no problem picking it up. The $40 didn't bother me like the way the $50 bothered me. Even though Maximum Spider comes with a whole bunch of other stuff, I just feel like it's a whole bunch of like loose stuff that I'm not interested in. This one came with less, but I felt like what he did come with, I wanted the shield. I'll take the web string, and I'll take those hands. Everything else, the other Peter Parker head that came with the Maximum Spider, I felt like that's a throwaway. And especially those pull back hands. So a lot of those accessories, I feel like they're just filler. This one is $10 less, comes with less, but I feel like it's more. That's why I asked you that, because I wanted to see if you felt the same way.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not doing a ton of figure photography, or like if you don't have Spider-Man already, my Spider-Man shelf has like 15 to 20 figures on it, and all of
Easy,
those
right.
Spider-Man came with accessories. So if you don't have any Spider-Man leading up to this release, then you probably don't have any accessories like web stuff. But if you have them, and if you've been collecting for a while, then there's really no need to get the maximum, for the accessories. So
For the
I get what you're
accessories, right.
saying. Yeah.
Like this one, I had no problem. I saw it. It didn't bother me because I know people were crying about the 40. It didn't really bother me. I saw it. I said, I like the shield. I like this. I like the band. I'll buy it, whatever. Maximum, I just felt like it was a whole bunch of filler. Like, this is a whole bunch of dead air in the box. I'm going to put all of this stuff in the bin. All of this stuff is going. I'm never going to take it out. So I just wanted to see if I was the only one.
That sculpt was like really weird too. And the unmasked head sculpt that this one came with,
that's the one I like.
Much better. Yeah.
Way better.
Yeah.
He's got pink eye, but other
it's
than
respectable.
that,
the other one doesn't even look like him. It looks like some caricature of Peter Parker.
Yeah.
The other one.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I really like this figure. Happy to have it.
Me too. Yeah.
Yep.
You did buy Maximum Hulk, and you loved it, right, Alexi?
David, don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Alexi, since you told us about that, I haven't checked on mine, but mine's in a more neutral-esque. It's in like a fighting pose, so I don't know. I don't want to check on it. If I don't know, it won't bother me. Right?
There you go.
Right. Okay. So David, before we get to you, I'll go ahead and knock mine out real quick. Cool.
Yeah.
It's actually, I think it's been like 3 weeks since I've had any pickups, right? I actually have pickups this week.
Wow.
I've been good. I've been selling a lot of stuff. And one of those things I have, let me go ahead and camera. One of those things I recently sold. This is sold and spoken for already with my battle damage Spider-Man. So $25 right there off the price of this. This is an awesome figure. I really like it because I had this growing up. Like this was my main Spider-Man.
Oh wow, yeah. It's the old school.
So to have this, it's not a shot-for-shot recreation, of course, but it just, Spider-Man's always getting the crap beat out of him, right? So have a battle damage. If you're going to have 30 different Spider-Men on the shelf, have one that's beat the shit, right? So, and they did do like some sculpting and everything in that arm. There's blood on a Marvel Legends figure. Wild, right? And I skipped out on Maximum Spidey too, and I'm right there with you, Cleva. For $10 less, this one just feels like a lot more value.
It does.
And it's because you said the Maximum comes with more stuff, but is it stuff you're going to use? Like, it's not really stuff you're going to use. This one feels a lot more intentional. And I canceled my pre-order on Amazon because this one went up on Target when Target had the sale. So after the Target Red Card discount and the discount with everything, it came out to like $28.
Yeah.
And then I turned around and the card sold for $25. So a
Is that what
$3
the card's going for? Is that what the card's going for? 25?
Yeah,
Because I don't need the card either.
Yeah.
Where'd you sell it? Where'd you list it?
Mercari.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Yeah. And I listed it 25 free shipping, and some people have listed less than me, still haven't sold because they didn't give free shipping. So
okay. How are you going to ship it?
In a top loader, and I'll try to find like a small box.
I mean, like through what service?
I think it's UPS is what I've been shipping through usually, because my post offices, I've got two USPS post offices. I don't know. One of them is closed on freaking Saturdays, and the other one is only open for an hour on Saturdays. Meanwhile, the UPS store is just a lot easier to get to anyway, and their hours are better. I just walk in there, here you go, hand it to them, and leave, and I don't have to wait.
The UPS store near us, it's like a franchise, so it's kind of privately owned. But the guy that works there, he works there a lot. And there was one time I went and I was trying to like knock out some errands before I had to go like to work. So I got there before they opened, and this dude showed up, and there was 3 of us with boxes in hand. And this dude showed up and straight up pulled up on his scooter on the sidewalk and then smoked a cigarette in front of all three of us, and like 5 minutes late even opening the UPS, just not giving us a talk, and we were all like, "Oh."
He was like, "Yeah, you're not about to rush me. You're not about to rush me. I clock in when I clock in." That's
Yeah. I wasn't even mad. I was like, "That's impressive. Good for you, bro."
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
But guys, Alexi, so I didn't get Maximum Spider-Man either, right? I bit the bullet on Maximum Hulk along with you because I was missing a comic Hulk in my collection, right? And when I went back and I was pricing other Hulks, I was like, oh, well, I just won't get this Maximum. I'll go buy one of the older ones, right? They were all going for like $10 more. So I was like, I'll just get the new one. Whatever. I'll just get the new one. It's not perfect, but whatever. So that's my justification, for that. For this one, I did get the Maximum Deadpool. My justification for this is I got it off trade-in credit at my local comic book and toy store, so I didn't pay a penny for it. I traded in older stuff for it. So I wanted to check it out. I was looking around the store and everything, and he had like 2 of these left. So after looking around at some other stuff, he didn't have the main thing I came for to get. He had just sold it. So I was like, I'll give Maximum Deadpool a chance. I was feeling good ended up paying only $3 for a battle damaged Spider-Man. So I like it. It's fine. The main thing that bothers me is the lack of different like head sculpts. Expressive eyes are a big thing with Deadpool, right? And I've got the SH Figure Arts first movie Deadpool. It has like, it feels like 30 different eyes when you open that tray. You just don't want to open it because you open it and they pop and go everywhere. But this one's cool. He comes with a good amount of accessories. I do think the accessories for him are a little more intentional than the Maximum Spider-Man. A ton of hands, a stick of dynamite that for some reason says dynamite, like a Looney Tunes cartoon. I don't really get that. Comes with a few guns. Most of them are reuse, but what isn't these days? And I missed out on the Comic-Con 2-pack Deadpool from what was it last year that came with Hydra Bob. So I didn't have that one. Right, 2 years ago. Okay. So I didn't have that one. Shit. So I got this one. So he's nice. I did look through the paint apps with the 2 he had. One like had a really bad paint bleed from the red to black here. So I'll say if you're in store and you're going to buy it out, just look for paint bleed on them. If you're gonna actually spend that high dollar amount, you want to get a good paint job on your expensive figure. I like it so far. I'm curious on how the reds match up with some previous Deadpools that are probably cheaper with maybe some different facial expressions, maybe doing some head swaps. I'm curious how that'll work. That being said, I've got no need for this guy, so this guy's probably going to go up online for sale.
You can send it to me. I'll trade you for a Cleva shirt.
People love that thing. Yeah, people love that thing.
Dude, yeah, you could sell it for like $40.
X-Men right there. He's part of the X-Men.
Yeah. So
no, that's it. I'll trade you for a Cleva t-shirt, Justin.
Sure. I got you, David. I got you.
Cool. I don't want no Deadpool. I don't want no Max Deadpool, but I do want the dupe.
But if they want to just
keep it in the Maximum,
yeah, it's a good figure. I will say it's a good figure.
But is it only good because you didn't pay any money for it?
I mean, like, that does have an effect.
If you spend,
I mean, that's a good question. That's a good question.
It does have an effect.
If you blew a 50 spider on it, how would you feel?
Oh,
that's a real question. More from it, right?
Wow, look at that. It changes.
Yeah, that moves shit. That moves shit hard.
Yeah, I mean that's what it does, though. I mean, I will say this is a good figure, but $50 good. It's hard to say because like the amount I've spent like on SH Figure Arts figures, it's some Mafex. It's the value is in the eye of the beholder, right? So
right,
I wouldn't have spent $50 on this. Nah, I wouldn't have. But if you really like Deadpool, I think you can justify it. The accessories are good. The figure is good, right? If you're missing a comic Deadpool, it's a good figure, right? I'm gonna go along with Andrew. Also, some Star Wars. I don't do Star Wars Black Series, right? I've got a very small Star Wars cube. but main characters, right? Main characters.
Correct.
This Anakin, like, good luck finding like this Anakin for a decent, like the older one for a decent price.
Yeah.
You're gonna focus, you piece of shit camera. No, okay. And so you have to get the Obi-Wan to go with them, right?
Of course.
Yeah. Oh, now it focuses. Fuck you, camera. Fuck you. Y'all saw that, right? I gave up and it focused. Last thing. The last piece to this thing right here. Yeah, David's already laughing. I've got something to say about this. So
what I missed?
No, you'll know. You'll learn.
So we've done rants on this channel. I've done videos on it and everything. My opinions on the Playmates thing are out there. Go click through the channel, right? I'm not going to get into all of that right now, right? But what I said from the beginning is I'm going to give the Zords a chance. I'm impressed by this Megazord, right? I'm impressed by it. It's nice. It's big. It's the size of my Zord Ascension project, Astro Megazord. It's bigger than the original 90s one. He's a bulky boy. No diecast. It's all plastic. It transforms. You can get it in the tank mode. It's got a decent amount of articulation. And everything is ratcheted. Like, you can... Look at that. Get the legs out like that. No elbow or anything like that. Look at that ratchet. It's cool, too, that they include, like, play features. Like, they've got little missiles that the individual Zords can shoot. Like, you see the ones from the Pterodactyl right here. I was just missing the Pterodactyl. Finally came in. And then, as I'm feeling good about it, like, really admiring it, I get a message from David. And it's a picture.
I'm just here to make sure you stay informed about all the options at your disposal.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I'm impressed. Playmates, you did a good job. What's this message David sent me? Oh, it's a picture. Instead of having to find them all single pack, Playmates is putting out a 5-pack. That's cool. Oh, it comes with better paint apps and more detail? Fuck you, Playmates. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Wait a minute. Hold up. After you sourced each piece and waited for the Pterodactyl, like for months, right? Now they're telling me that they're gonna improve it, put it all together, screw the weight, and it's better. And
it's $20 cheaper. And it's like $20 cheaper to get the 5-pack.
Yeah.
Stop playing.
Damn. Yeah. The same thing happened to me with Children of Thanos pack. I chased them all down, the 2-pack, the Build-A-Figure and everything, and then they announced the Children of Thanos, and I was like, fuck that, I'm not getting that shit.
But they were better paint apps too.
Yeah,
they were.
So that even has like line work right here in the 5-pack and everything. Man,
so are you gonna get the new one?
Well, see, my son really likes this one too.
So you can give it over. You can give it over.
Yeah, maybe Justified. Maybe Kenny's not here to hit the button. Damn it. Hold on. Maybe Justified. Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really do Power Rangers, but I do have this. You got this?
Let's take them down.
What is it?
Oh, he's
the
got
Blade Blast. What was it? Oh, the Morpher.
I saw it for some reason. I was in the aisle and I was like, it's morphin' time. I gotta grab this. And I was like, you know what? I don't got the figures, but it comes with the whatever. I just have it in the closet. It just brought me back because I used to run home to watch Kimberly. I don't want to hear what nobody said. I used to run home at the end of the day. Like, hold up, Pterodactyl. Like, what? And then remember the yellow one is right real fast. Like she said real fast, like real quick, and then Pterodactyl. There go my boo right there. There go my boo. Oh man, like I used to wait. I was from Power Rangers.
Cleva, I just saw an article, Cleva, that they're releasing that again with better paint apps.
Yeah, well, I don't feel bad. It's only like $20, so I don't really care. Like
but this one's gonna be 15, and it's better.
Oh my god! It's actually gonna be a 5-pack. You're gonna get all the more
with the Green Ranger, too, right?
Yeah.
With the Green Ranger. That's the thing. That's the 5.
Home Dude wants me to go over the articulation real quick. Okay, all right, Home Dude. So Okay, let me move my mic. Let me move my mic a little bit.
No elbow.
So the arms, nothing in the elbow, no pivot or anything. Head doesn't do anything. Of course, yeah, nothing in the waist. Most of what you get, like the legs, do open. They kick out that far. Look at that. And your knee. And the ankle, you do get ankle pivot in them. At least in the, I guess this one does a little bit. So I will say it is one of the most articulated Dino Megazords. But I would highly recommend that you track down the 5-pack instead and send me that, and I'll send you this one. That's what I would recommend. See, this is how we lose trust, right? Okay, playmates, this is how we lose trust. All right. You had the thing I give you a shot on, and then you shoot me right in the gut afterwards as I'm paying you a compliment.
I was literally laughing my ass off when I saw that article.
I know you were.
Like that post.
I know you were, Dave.
I'm like, wow, like because you had just posted, oh, I finally got the pterodactyl that I've been trying to track down. And like a day later, I was like, oh shit, they're putting it out in the 5-pack. And I think the post showed like side by side of like the old one and the new one, like with the better detail. It did, right? Like if you scroll through, like it had like the first one and the second one, and it was like better. I was like, oh man,
a lot better.
Justin's really gonna need to hear this information. And it's better that it comes from me than from out there in the streets, you know? Like you want to get that.
We'll be sure to cover it on Kenny's stream this week.
I'm sure. He's got to come back strong missing this week. Okay. Enough with me crying about that. Guys, how about... Oh, no, wait. I'm sorry, David. We got to do your pickups.
I promise I'll be quick because we're an hour and 26 minutes into the stream already.
Well, we talked a little bit of Comic-Con. We went over pickups and everything, you know.
So I'm going to try to do it chronologically so that I can keep track. But Sunday is the start of Target Circle Week this past Sunday. So for those who don't know, all week toys, if you spend $40, you can get $10 off. If you spend $75, you can get $20 off. So I've been on vacation, so I tried to hit Target like when they open pretty much every day. I went Sunday, Monday. I went Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Every day. And
then Thursday after work. I went to work for 4 hours because there was a visit. So on my vacation, I went to work. Shows you how dedicated I am. But Sunday, they were releasing retro-carded Outback Storm and the Weapon X retro-carded figure. I'm not a fan of the recycled head, so new head's always better than recycled head. So, so I had this with the old 90s like Robot Fighters Storm hair, and it's bigger, so that really works on her. And I bought two, and I wanted to do one with the short 275 hair. So picked that up. So I picked up two, and that brought the total over 40, so I could get $10 off with the Target Circle deals. So then Monday, I slept in. Tuesday, I went out and didn't find anything. Wednesday was New Comic Book Day. I went out and didn't find anything. And then Thursday, went to work for 4 hours. Then I left and went to GameStop, and they had one unit of the G.I. Joe police officer.
Nice.
So picked that up. And
do you like it more than the firefighter so far, David?
So yes and no. Like I like the firefighters because you give them a lot of gear and you can make them do a lot of action, but I want the cops to just kind of stand there with their coffee, you know, like that's what I want.
Like a regular cop,
you know? Yeah. Like he's talking on his little walkie on his vest and like having his coffee, you know? And then I went to a second GameStop and they also had one unit. So he's firing his flare gun. I'm assuming it's a flare gun, and also having his coffee. So I got those on Wednesday. No, those on Thursday after I left work. And then Friday was Comic-Con day. So definitely hit the booth up to pick up the Super Scroll. This one in box is Kenny's, so proof I have it. This one's
I
mine.
will never get it.
No, he'll get it. He'll get it eventually. But shout out about the trading cards that Cleva was talking about. Like this trading card collecting was my kind of entry point also, and you'd think it was like at our age, it was really before internet. So like there was a lot of info that they packed on those trading cards. They had first appearance in the comics, the date, the power levels, the like a little bio, the team affiliations that they've been, joined up with. So like that was how you found out most of your information about characters that, if you don't get those like bio comic books where it was like a file of a bunch of information about characters, like that trading cards is the only way to really learn about these guys, because you couldn't just go to the internet and just Google somebody, so I picked up that at the booth. I luckily didn't need to pick up anything for anybody else. Two people wanted me to get stuff for them, Professor Soundwaves and Bring Toys to Work, but then they both got the premium Pulse membership and bought their stuff themselves. I was like, oh, thank God, I don't need to carry around bags and bags of stuff. I'm glad you guys got your stuff, and I'm glad it didn't have to be me, but I was willing, if you needed. Then walking around the con, I found a really reasonably priced vendor, and they were selling the X-Men 275 3-pack of Storm, Forge, and Jubilee. And I was originally looking for a loose Storm so that I could use that head on this. But the 3-pack was sold for $40. And that's like cheaper than 2 individual current figures right now. So I'm like, I gotta just buy the whole 3-pack. So I bought that.
So you had to buy it.
Had to buy it. How do you walk away from a 3-pack for $40 and then like they're generic uniform bodies? So like it's this Jubilee body, which I can pop any head on. Forge is the like flesh neck, not the black neck that Gambit has that doesn't really work with anything else. So it's a usable pack. I'll make use of it. And then this was at the same booth for $25, and Marvel Legends is $27.99 right now. So this being a Walmart exclusive that I don't have any Walmarts by me. So I could have gone to my grave. This is what I say now. I could have gone to my grave without ever owning this, but found it for a decent price. I'm like, okay, why not? And then I went to another booth and they were charging $50 for this, and I got it for $25. So felt good. While I was at the con, the night before the con, I had placed a pickup order for Punisher from Born Again, because Target is so damn weird. They're like, some things are available to pick up in store that you can place the order on the app. Then some things you can't place the order to pick it up. You have to they tell you go to the store to buy it. So you have to go and hope that it's really in stock. And then you go and then you don't see it out. And then some Target employees will check for you and some won't. And it's a bunch of mess. So I placed an order for pickup at a store, and I wasn't sure if it was going to get fulfilled. And I did it the night before Comic-Con. By noon, they said that it was ready for pickup. So I went after Comic-Con, when I left at 5:30, went to that Target to pick up the Punisher for Born Again. So I know, Cleva, you had questions about how he looks in person.
Yeah, how you feel?
I like him. I think the face sculpt is really good. It's a kind of a weird expression, but he makes that expression a lot in the show. He really always looks kind of lost and wounded and emotions stirring inside. So
is that what 50% of everyone at Comic-Con look like?
Basically, it's what I looked like when I was leaving, for sure. So I think Robo's review, he was like, the hair seems a little puffy and long for this.
It's got a blowout
version, but yeah,
what does Robo know about hair?
Exactly. Only talk about what you know, Robo. I don't think you watch us, but if you are, only talk about what you know. So so that was a pickup after Comic-Con, and then I'm gonna kind of switch up the chronological order. Today I got a delivery from Big Bad Toy Store of General Brown from Operation Monster Force. So I bought 3 of these. because I wanted one to be like Thunderbolt Ross, and then this, this is the head that he's wearing out of the package, and then comes with another head. So lots of head with this pack.
Lots.
And there's a fourth head, but I only bought 3. For me, army builders are like 3 is like a good baseline to start with army builders. But he comes with 4 head options and then 4 little decal, like tiny sticker names that you have to peel off of a sheet and stick on that little name badge because it's blank in the package. And you can choose his name. So like I gave a different name to each of these guys, and none of them I didn't name any of them General Brown like he is on the package, but I used the other 3 names.
General Brown.
General Brown is his name. I'm like that's like
so bad.
The worst name like to use.
What was the other one? Colonel White?
No, right? I mean, I'm like, it seems kind of racist that you're going to package it and just call him General Brown. So this one is General Clark. This one is General Frost, which sounds like Ross, and this one is General Storm. So I like it. They give you options to customize and like, set them up as different characters. I'm gonna like pepper them throughout the collection in different places. Like, but I'm building up to. Oh, sorry, and shout out to Cleva. Thank you for the Build-A-Figure part. Like Alexi in this chat also. Support with the mindless ones. I'm trying to build a couple more mindless ones, so appreciate that. Each of you gave me a leg, so thank you. So then backtracking, when I got home from the Target after the con, delivery from Rush, who we know from the Legends of Liquor chat and in the community. Rush found the Batman Returns wave in his Target in Florida. And I still haven't seen them up here yet in New York. So he was kind enough to purchase them, ship them to me. They delivered at 1 o'clock while I was at New York Comic Con. So got home and got to open that box up. So it was like Christmas. Like Cleva said, it was like Christmas Day on Friday, yesterday. So this Batman, love the way they executed this weird armor plating abs situation. And the neck is done in a different way from like the 1989 Batman. He's not articulated at the like jaw. He's just.
Does he articulate at the waist? Like, is it a ball joint down there?
Yes.
Okay.
I haven't bent him at the waist, but yes, it's a ball joint there, and then he's got a diaphragm joint as well, like under the first ab.
Yeah, I see that one. What about his hands? Extra hands?
He comes with like a gripping batarang hand and like a trigger for the grapple gun.
Okay.
So he comes with 2 extra hands besides the fists that he's wearing.
Yeah.
Can he turn his head though? King Sport Cal said, yes, he can.
Nice. Just the one head sculpt though, right?
Yeah.
That's a good head sculpt.
It is though. People say he looks like a blend of Keaton and Kilmer, but I think it's pretty close. Like, and he's packaged in the box with the trading card, like right next to it, so you can kind of compare. But it's really good, and the eyes are very piercing, and like I think it's as well executed as it could be. The people say the cape feels a little short, which I could see that. Like I think of that cape going like to the floor in the movie, So this one's kind of to the back of his knee or the calf. But still,
when you have him on like kind of in the shelf, he's going to be like, if he's not front and center, you're not going to see how far down the cape goes anyway. So
I'm absolutely cool with it. We've got
there we go.
Danny DeVito Penguin with his umbrella, little flipper hand.
I think that's the star right there out of all of them. I think that's the star.
Look at the expression.
That's what I mean.
It's ripped right out of the movie. He has a removable hat.
Oh, I didn't know the hat came off. I'll be honest with you, David.
It's not even on him in the package. It's like to the side.
Really?
Yeah.
That shows how much attention I was paying.
See, come on, man. Well, you said you picked up this wave, so you ordered it on Where?
It was some when I had gotten it, it was already sold out everywhere, of course, online. It was through the shop app where you have access to other like online retailers and everything. That I would highly recommend that to people if hard to find pieces.
It's just such a good. I mean, these are all really super well executed figures.
I'll just have to find Max Shrek in person because I think it's because it's the red label, right? So it wasn't on there at all.
But I've been hearing like he's popping up heavy in Targets. Like, I think I told you like the case pack that it looked like on the shelf was like 2 Max, one of everybody else, and a Peacemaker for like a 6-pack of figures. So if there's 2, like you should definitely pick up one. Like I'm gonna get another one because I want to display like the charred face because I've been asking for that face since they rumored to make this, but. Like, come on, Max Shrek.
That's good.
Been waiting decades since the movie came out for a figure of Max Shrek. And then, of course, what a lot of people might be looking forward to.
My second favorite, I think.
She is so good. The Michelle Pfeiffer likeness is really good. I don't know if this is focusing. Is it focusing?
No.
It wants to, but
it's trying. It's trying real hard.
But yeah, like she is really a standout. Like the proportions look really good. She doesn't come with any extra hands, like, but you would really have her with the claws out, you know. Like even this one that's gripping the whip, it's her thumb. I don't know if you how to.
Oh, so got the claw. Thumb.
Yeah, her thumb. Yeah. The claw of her thumb is like
thumb placement's very important.
Exactly. You always want to get the right spot for the thumb. But yeah, this thing is just absolutely perfection. So I, got to get the Penguin Commandos next. I got to figure that out. Maybe I'll actually buy something from McFarlane Toy Shop directly.
If they ever go back in stock.
Oh, are they out of stock already?
I think they went out of stock like within the first like few minutes when they went up. Yeah.
But I'm gonna have to get a set of that, and then of course the duck vehicle. I think GameStop is saying 10/16 that's supposed to come out, so got to get that. That comes with the Penguin in his dirty onesie, and the Commandos come with an extra coat that goes on that Penguin, which is different from this coat, different colors, and I think it's got cuffs on the sleeves. So the whip is not bendy wire, Professor Soundwave. Unfortunately, it is just a static piece, but it's been up over her head like this, and it's held this shape. It's not like becoming limp or anything, or like collapsing under its own weight.
It took its pill.
Yeah,
it took its pill.
No limp whip. No limp.
What's the price point? Those are regular McFarlane prices for those, or are those more?
The deluxe theatrical editions are about $34.99.
All right.
So that's higher than the typical $24.99, $27.99 prices. But the other good thing that Rush found these during this week was because of the Target Circle deals. Because you buy the wave, it's over $75, you get $20 off. So he got it for a discount. So I've been trying to hit all these Targets every day because I'm like, I want to buy all the shit that's dropping during this promo,
the week, right?
Save some money, But today is the last day for the promo. So if you're watching this stream right now, it's too late because your Target is probably closed today.
I'm on Target.com trying to scrounge some stuff.
Word.
$35 is more than worth it for those figures. For those theatrical, especially. If anybody was going to do those particular, what makes those special is the scopes and the likeness of the characters. If anybody could do that, it will be McFarlane. That's his bread and butter is the scopes. Not so much the articulation. So I've seen worse. I like all of those, but I've seen some bad collection figures for like $35-$40, and I'm like, what? This like Power Girl. Power Girl should not have been a collector's edition. Don't get me started. I got both of them, but that was a regular release to me. There was nothing in that box that screamed collector's edition. As far as having extra stuff. Those
just have like two sets of hands, like barely. Like wasn't that it?
See my head
and the cat. And the cat.
The cat and 2 sets of hands. That's it. That's a regular box. And I'm saying that's a regular box. Captain Cole got 3 faceplates. I'm looking, you got 3 faceplates that got the extra gun. That wasn't they sold Power Girl because they knew the name Power Girl was gonna move regardless. They could have put it in a brown bag. It was gonna move. So they was like, all right, whatever. This is gonna be a collector's edition. Right. But those I feel are actually worth the title. That right there. And those bring nostalgia. Like I can appreciate those from far. Like those bring me back. I remember that movie religiously. That's before streaming. We had to actually rewind the tape and stuff like that. I remember those. And him coming out in his like leotard or dirty at the end and all. I remember that movie like crazy. But I can appreciate it from afar because I know I don't have a space for it in my section. But I like to see that in other people's collection, something like that. So for $35, that's way on point. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah. It is worth it. Well, again, I bought it. I'm nostalgic for it, so I say it's worth it. I mean, you appreciate it from afar, still say it's worth it. Like these are formative things from our childhood, like these, and you have to think back in 92, this movie came out. Like how much live action Batman stuff was out there? It was the Adam West show and the 89 movie and this. So like these are the only ways that these characters came to life for us, aside from our imagination reading the comics. So like to get a real like solid, well sculpted, like great representation of these characters in this kind of scale, and to be able to like put these with the Schumacher movie figures. Like I just posted that today, I think this morning. Like I have them paired with like the Schwarzenegger Mr. Freeze and like the Uma Thurman Poison Ivy, and like just seeing all those characters together like that is just really something you never even saw in a movie. You never even saw them crossed over with each other in a movie, but it just really builds that world out, So we're all about the world building,
All about the world building. Where's Card back when you need him? So speaking of world building, I feel like there's a lot of world building you can do off everything that was announced New York Comic Con. So, of course, we're not going to have time to touch on everything. But with our guests right now, let me ask Art first. Art, what was, out of all the reveals at Comic Con, what was your favorite? I think you're muted.
Reveal-wise, well, because Marvel Legends is my number one, it would have to be the Inhumans. They're gonna give us two packs, which is great. Gorgon and Medusa, and then of course Black Bolt and Triton. Black Bolt, I'm not too concerned about because I have a Mezco Black Bolt, but it's nice, it's fine. But to get Triton, a new Medusa, and Gorgon, oh my God, Gorgon is huge. It's a very tall figure. Yeah. Dan Yoon was letting me play with Gorgon and Medusa when I was there.
He let you play with Gorgon?
Yes.
Ooh. I'm jealous. See, I should have stuck around. Damn.
Yep.
That is a big boy.
Had it in my hands. I'll send you a video. Medusa is nice.
Caliban body, which is a big figure in itself,
So the torso and the arms, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Of course, with the satyr legs, right?
Right.
Because that's all new legs. I mean, look at the sculpt on that thing.
They didn't reuse those from Rintra?
No, that's the thing. Because Rintra has fur, and if you straighten out the legs completely, it's almost like a 9-inch figure. It is crazy how big that guy is, but it's very well done. Yeah. It's a beautiful looking figure.
You'd think they don't give a lot of attention to Inhumans, and then they put out a banger like that. Like that's wild looking, and I saw that in the case too. It looks so good. Like there's so much new sculpt in that thing. The details. Oh, sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Go on.
No, you're good. Medusa, what an improvement. Almost. Okay. even Ryan was like, yeah, we did bad on it because of the hair. It's heavy, couldn't do much. And she basically had a stilt to help her stand up. But what they did is a good step in the right direction with the hair, because they put a swivel hinge on the bottom, on the lower half of the hair, to kind of wave back and forth, so you can kind of articulate the hair a bit. But it's still slightly heavy on the upper half. Yeah, you see where the shadow is? You can swivel that bottom portion left and right.
Okay.
But it's the all new female body, butterfly joints, diaphragm joint, ab crunch, everything. So she's got a lot of range of movement in what she can do.
And the faceplate.
And the faceplate, yes, she has a faceplate. So another Marvel Legend using a faceplate option, just like Kang. So
it makes sense with this though, because you're not going to pack 2 head sculpts.
Yeah, it's crazy. So for them to pack in another faceplate, okay, cool, not bad. And using all new body, awesome. I like it. Really cool.
Yeah, that's a lot of new in 1 2-pack. That's a lot of new in 1 2-pack. I'll say something I noticed is the pins over here on Gorgon. That's kind of
the
a bummer.
Caliban
All that new
arms.
sculpt.
The Caliban arms. So, I mean, you sacrifice the arms to get all those new legs, I guess.
But that's the thing. It's like they have, if you say they have a library of like 6 different body sizes of the small, like go from the smallest one to towards the bigger ones. They've done a pinless conversion on probably the first 4 smallest bodies, and it's just the big ones that they don't use as much. They haven't done that upgrade to them yet, because they don't recycle. Like we see this body maybe once a year, like they did Drax and they did the Puff Adder Build-A-Figure and now Gorgon. So it's like, are they going to invest the tooling in something that they use that body for once a year, instead of the smaller builds that they reuse on 20 figures in a year,
And the Caliban sculpt is one of the best sculpts. So I don't mind it. It's not a big deal. I mean, pins don't really negatively affect me, but when you're not going to use it, I mean, by all means, please don't use it. But with Gorgon here, I didn't really take notice or care for it. So, I mean, look at it. The pin's only on the one end, I think, because it's just a single joint. So,
yeah.
And the new legs are pins, right? So
yes.
Wherever there's new stuff, they're not producing new things that have pins. Like they're not doing new sculpts with pins.
Right.
So like
exactly.
It's just going to take a little longer to get there on the bigger builds. So stop being upset about it, Justin.
I'm just pointing it out. That's the only disappointing thing I can see out of this. Besides her hair not being like, you would hope for bendy wire, but let's be realistic, right? With Marvel Legends.
Yeah, that's not.
Let's be realistic.
So
it's never
and
gonna
then
happen.
With the other 2-pack, so we got Black Bolt and Triton, awesome. 2 head sculpts because the more modern look with the mask. Black Bolt, I was like, okay, so we're using the
Vulcan
body, which is great. I mean, I'm fine with the Vulcan body, but I would have preferred like the soft good wings instead of these tabs that you plug in, because now you have those holes in the bicep or tricep. So the body's fine. New head sculpt's perfect. That's great. He's got that muscle mass on now, the old Bucky Cap body from the previous one. But I'm fine with it, and it's gonna hurt me a little bit more because of course I'm gonna buy the 2-pack because I want Triton, but now I have a Mezco Black Bolt, and the only reason why I kept my Mezco Black Bolt is because I have what's the dog's name? Jesus.
Lockjaw.
Lockjaw. I had that Lockjaw. I never bought the Lockjaw in crystal.
Oh.
I would still like to get it, but it kind of just delayed my purchase because the lockjaw from Mezco.
So good.
Perfect for me. The lights and everything. So yeah. But this looks great. Black Bolt, I think the head sculpts really kill it for this one. It looks amazing. New body. And then Triton was really the standout for it.
Looks great. Yeah.
A lot of texture right there.
I'm using the classic head for that, but the mask one will in the bin, but like still like it's completely detailed. Like, is there anything that's reused on that body? Because he's scaled on every limb, right?
Yeah.
And maybe the boots are reused, probably the boots and the gloves, but
yeah, that's like maybe Hobgoblin or Green Goblin right there. But the rest of that's got to be all new sculpt considering the just scales on the body, and like the butterfly joints are these purple things. So it's like that's still really cool. The biceps have the purple armor scale on them, especially down on the sides of his ribs. So it's really good.
Beautiful.
It's a lot of texture. All pinless. That's good too.
I gotta call it a night, guys. I have to. I still gotta go to Comic-Con tomorrow, so I gotta make sure.
It's not done.
Work's still to be done.
It's not done. I gotta hit up other booths that I haven't hit up because you can't hit them all. Especially I've been there 3 days. I still have not hit up all of them, and I gotta make my proper goodbyes to friends, artists, everything like that. So.
All right.
It's been a fun weekend, and again, I appreciate the invite. So you guys are awesome. Thank you so much, David. It was cool hanging out with you at the panel, and of course, seeing you at the meeting up with you at the Hasbro booth. Yeah, really cool. Really,
likewise,
Cleva, I didn't even realize you were there, so I apologize. I wish we could have met.
No worries. Nice to meet you, my brother.
Yeah.
Next time. Art, thank you so much, man. Make sure before you leave, make sure you go ahead and plug your channel, your Instagram, everything. If for some reason anybody watching hasn't seen.
If you know what, this could help just in case. You could follow me on my YouTube channel at ArtG, and you can follow me on my Instagram, which is right here on the screen right here. But this is my logo that you'll see for my Instagram as well as my YouTube, where I do a bunch of toy hunting. That's what I'm pretty much known for, finding for the best and cheap prices you could go for. So
great prices. Great prices.
That's my niche. I love toy hunting. I love looking for that deal, that sale. And of course, I try to fill in a review here and there. But then again, I try to post all the finds that I've been finding, as well as doing a little bit of my toy photography and my diorama and diorama accessory work. So if you are in New Jersey in the next month, I will be at Legions Con, and I will have my own booth there like I had for the past 2 years, selling diorama accessories and stuff like that. So nice. There you go.
Nice. Highly recommend everybody. Make sure you're subscribed to ArtG on YouTube and follow him on Instagram. Art, thank you so much, man. You're a class act. Love having you around. Love seeing you in the chat. Thank you so much for taking the time to come on with us, my friend.
Thank you, Art.
I appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much.
Take care.
Great to see you, Art.
Good night, man. All right. Let's see. That was a great surprise. Great surprise. David over here setting us up. Thank you, David.
Hey, when he mentioned it, I'm like, you're gonna be able to do that? Like, you're doing 4 days of Comic-Con and like posting videos on YouTube and like editing and like do all of this shit. And like, he was like, no, if I can come on, I'll let you know. So I was like, all right, great.
Nice.
Well, the more the merrier. Always good to see
you. Let's see here. Let me bring this back up. So Cleva,
what's going on?
Let's see here. Let me get back up to me. Or do I need to stay here on Marvel Legends? Oh, what was your favorite reveal?
Probably Cardiac. Yeah, Cardiac. Probably. So to be honest with you, this whole Gamerverse thing. I've been kind of burnt out with Legends the way they've been dropping, and the speed is like, be careful what you ask for. We want them to come early. Then they started dropping double packs, and my wallets began to hit left and right. And I kind of been looking for like a little break, right? So when I saw these reveals, like I didn't say anything during you guys talking about the Inhumans. I didn't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I could care less about Black. I couldn't care less about Black Bolt. Like he's one of the worst to me. Like I'm like was it Rob from Comics Explained how he's always just dragging Black Bolt? They were made to replace the X-Men and they couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if I woke up in the morning and I was Black Bolt, I would be so hot. You know, he's a one-trick pony. So if I can't rock with the leader, I can't rock with the clique. Like, you know what I mean? The whole clique is so I don't want any of those Inhumans. I do like Triton though. He looks dope. But what I'm gonna do with one guy, you know? Yeah. So I was happy. that dropped. I was like, woo, got me a break, some breathing room. And I felt that way until Cardiac came. And then after that was Spider-Man 2099. So I think that's where I have to jump back into it. Is this one? I'm definitely gonna want Cardiac. And then the Spider-Man 2099 came right after this, I think.
Let's see. They got their pictures all kind of like jumbled up. Here we go.
That has my name on it only because of the lighter shade. I have the other one that came out, but they made it more of a navy, and this is what I remember. It's not like a really royal, but like a blend of royal and navy together, like that kind of hue. I think they purposely did the other one off, which is the one I have. I love this one, and I believe this is on a newer body than the last 2099.
Body.
Right. So this is where I'm starting to jump back into the game as far as Marvel Legends. It's Cardiac and him. Everything else up to that, all the double packs, I was like, please, I need a break. Thank you. And I didn't want it. I don't want any of it. So I'm happy. You know, I'm happy. It's for somebody else. They are dope figures. Trust me. I looked at them. I said, these are great guys. Everything you guys said is real. The scopes is dope and everything is just not for me. I want to appreciate that from afar. But these, I want to appreciate them from my room. This one and Cardiac, I think. And was there another one after that? Oh, Apocalypse, of course. Apocalypse, without question. Apocalypse. That 120 doesn't scare me at all. Bring that up. Yeah, come on, man. That's serious, man.
That's import prices.
Come on, man. That's serious, man. Who doesn't want
Look
that?
Look at the pack out. Look at all of the shit that comes with that.
This is what I'm talking. And for he's 12 inches tall. 12 inches. You saw him, man. You saw him in display with the shield. This is all day. I can see this moving quick. I want one of those. This is the type of thing you might want to grab two of them if you got the kind of money just to put one and keep one in the box for later or something like that. But I don't know if I want to put 250 because that's what we're talking about. 250.
Yeah. Like, there will be FOMO. There will be FOMO over this. People that don't order it and everything.
And the thing about Apocalypse, right? So let's think about the versions that have come out, right? So I have the Build-A-Figure Apocalypse, which is size-wise is not where it's at. He's a great Build-A-Figure. I mean, for what it was, the blue one. But size-wise, he's supposed to be monstrous compared to the X-Men because he can shapeshift. So I've never seen him fight the whole X-Men at eye level. He always like, hold up, I got to take on the click. I got to get bigger. Besides that one, then we're talking about Toy Biz? Yeah, which is still cool. It's still nostalgic, but it's dated. It is what it is. You know, it's time for something new. It still holds its own, but it is out of all the Apocalypse, is probably the most like Down syndrome looking one, like the most like out of place. This is the one. This one really does it for me. I really like that Apocalypse. I'm gonna that is gonna go on pre-order. I've been tired. I'm gonna do it tomorrow, and then Mephisto for sure. I got on pre-order, man. I got that wave should be in for me 9/7. I think of it as shipped from Big Bad, the whole X-Men 9/7 wave. So I'm current with all of them except for Gambit. For some reason, I gotta get Gambit. And it's crazy. I got 3 Wolverines.
Are you getting the 2-packs from X97, the new ones?
So the two no. All right, so hold up. I like the single waves. Okay. Those 2-packs, was it Scott Summers and the OG in Gray?
Yeah.
I'll pass on. I'll pass on that. The other one, Wolverine Storm, I'll pass on that. The Basketball Gambit, definitely can go to Ollie's or there with that.
That's where
those 2-packs. I'm not the biggest fan of those 2-packs. Not that they're whack, but the singles is where it's at for me. And to be honest with you, they kind of caught me because I was gonna cancel it. I was gonna cancel my big bad order, and I was gonna go just for cable with Emma Frost. And I was like, I don't really want to do it. And then it shipped like in the 3 a.m, and I woke up and it was like, I was like, they got me. I was like, all right, whatever. You know, I'm just gonna take it. But I was ready to let Sunspot go. Jubilee, I was ready to let go.
Morph.
It just is overwhelming sometimes with everything that's going on. You know, Morph, I don't like that Morph. I like the other Morph that came with the VHS. I don't have him either, but that's the one that I do like. I don't remember this gray alien one. I mean, he's cool, but the other one is the one I remember that I just vibe more. I don't feel like I need 3 Morphs. You know what I'm saying? I feel like one is enough. He's one of those characters. He's not Wolverine. He's not Captain America. We don't need every version. I think the one with the jacket is the good one.
Really, you don't even.
So that's what I'm at with those releases.
Anybody on the shelf could be Morph. So he's.
I mean, you're right, true, but in his form, right? In the Morph form, right?
Yeah.
To say I have the Morph, I just need one of those.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Cleva. I had ordered the 97 Morph, and the more I looked at my VHS one and then looked at pictures of the 97 one, it's like, I'm fine with my VHS one. I'm fine with it. I don't know, the body on that figure, it's too slender. And I get that it's accurate to 97, but yeah, see, Alexi's got it right there.
That's the dope one. That's the one I remember. That's the one that Sinister turned inside out, right? And he made him go crazy.
Damn,
the
like that?
Reminds me.
Yeah, that's just better.
The newer one reminds me of Darwin.
Yeah.
That type of body.
Yeah,
with that head. He reminds me of Darwin. That's type just, you know. And Darwin, you know, for what I remember Darwin for was leaving the X-Men. You know what I mean? When Hulk was wilding out, he said, well, how are we gonna stop this? And Body was like, we're gonna disappear. That's how we're gonna get out of here. That's how I always remember him. Like, I need to cut out of here. So I don't know. I don't know that I got Darwin. I'm good. I'm gonna get this one. I have it already, but I don't know. I'm not too excited about it. I think I'm doing it just to be all in on 97 at this point. I do love 97, and maybe what happened with me with X-Men 97, I don't know if this happened with everybody else. The figures came out first. They were kind of like Wolverine was moving, Cyclops was moving, but they were kind of sitting there for a little bit. I don't know about you guys' areas. Yeah. They weren't flying. Then the show came out, and boom, instant drought. Then it was like, whoa, like then you couldn't find anything. So I didn't want that to happen here with the new season where I'm like, I don't want to get them. And then boom, Emma Frost comes out, does some crazy stuff, has a whole episode like Rogue did. And I'm like, oh, I need that Emma Frost now. And now it's like, you know, hard to find. So I was like, all right, let me just get it now. You know, it's the game we got to play sometimes, you know, FOMO here and there.
Got to stay ahead of it.
You can always sell them later if you change your mind. Anyway, so move on from them. Right.
So that could also.
I say that, but I never saw anything.
Yeah,
but there's going to be an aftermarket for that Apocalypse, though, so you could get a second one and sell it on to, you know, make some of your money back. You know,
I'm telling you, I say this all the time, and my daughter was right here. She would say, "But are you going to sell it?" Because I have a whole bunch of stuff in the closet. I say I'm going to sell it. I never let it go. It just stays there. You have to literally like. I have to see you like me. Like you have to be here and say, "Yo, can I take that?" And I'm like, what you gonna? It has to happen like that. If you hit me from Kentucky talking about I'll give you $25, I'm like, I don't want $25. I have $25. I don't want $25, my brother. Like I want this. You know.
You have $25. Can I borrow $25?
Everybody here has more than $25. Are we in this game right here?
You got Zelle. I mean? Come on,
Zelle. Yep.
I think I'm gonna piggyback off. Oh, go ahead.
Yesterday, I gave I don't know if he told you, I gave David sticker set for everybody on the panel on your thing. So it was one for everybody.
Oh, thank you for telling us, because David would not have.
And then so I gave one for everybody. It's a set of 4 for everybody in there. Then this is the slogan that we're coming out with for the coach. I'm saying respect the collection, respect the collector, respect the coach. And I feel like a lot of, like, obviously we're different. We articulate ourselves. We can talk about things, but I think there's a lot of people that's in our community that don't know how to express themselves or may feel embarrassed or like, oh, you're collecting, haha, from somebody else that really shouldn't be laughing, right? But I feel like that shirt says it all. You slap that shirt on, and it says it all, and it's all about respect, you know. And I think that's what we need. So that's what I'm pushing. And yeah, so I got one for you, Justin. You know what I'm saying? It would have happened without you. So that shirt that he has is for you. The one he tried to sell you earlier.
I'm trading for dupe. That's a fair trade.
You know what I'm
That's a fair
saying? And
trade.
then I met up with David, so I gave him one, and then everybody on the panel got a set of stickers. You know what I'm saying? And as I start moving things up, we'll see what's going on. And you know, I really appreciate you guys. I say it on the live, like, you know, when I had like 500 subs, man, and nobody was paying attention to me, Justin was the first one to reach out, and he really showed me love. And I'm always gonna remember that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got right now, I think in the next 2 weeks, I got 5 podcasts lined up. So I think this one, then after this, I got Heroverse on Tuesday, I got POA, 3 POA on Wednesday, and I got 2 more on. I gotta look at my notes. But I'm always gonna remember that, you know, the first person that hit me in the comments was always Justin. You know what I'm saying? And that's always gonna ring bells, almost like a first figure. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I rock with you guys. And then another thing I wanted to say is I listen to all these streams, man. So like last stream was really cool. Like last stream that you guys had.
No, it wasn't that great. No, it wasn't that great.
Where I won,
Nah, come on, man. You guys
won
had
the
it wasn't that great. It wasn't that great.
Come on, man. That was the best.
It's a lot of administrative errors.
Pull it up, Justin. Play it right now.
Play the whole stream.
Play it right
that
now.
Was, yo, I was laughing. I was laughing while I was watching you guys. I couldn't type fast enough sometimes. So I was like, yo, it was really fun. Especially the indie one. I was like, oh, no. He's like, nah, it's not independent, it's indie. I was like, oh, whatever. I was like, oh, he got him. He was like, nah.
I swear Justin did not know that indie was short for independent. He did
David,
not know.
I did not plan that, right? On the card, I had indie written, right? And the second you said independent, it was like,
it's not what was written, so you just buzzed.
Yeah, the second in my mind, I was like, I don't know if I said it last week, but I don't know if you could see the devil horns pop up on my head. The second you said independent, and I flashed back to last year where it was like, well, if it's not the answer written on the card, it's not the answer. I was like, oh, I'm about to fuck with him so hard. And you, oh my God, I had to like abort because you were probably about to leave the stream. You're like, no, I swear to God.
He was like, even Cleva said it. No, that's mine. Yeah, I was laughing. I was like, oh, if I was him, I would quit right now. I was like, oh, I'm not playing no more. like nah, right there. You know, I was feeling that way. So it was real funny. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about this stream is that each one of you guys, and then we missed your man down right now, but each one of you guys brings something to the stream. You know what I'm saying? That's unique. And even Andrew right here, because I know you're hardly here, but I watch all of these. So when I'm watching these, it's become like a Saturday thing. So like, to be clear, I don't watch anything when it drops. Like, I get home and I stream it later. I literally be like, yo, what day is today? Oh, it's almost 9 o'clock. Like, I really do that. You know what I'm saying? My girl's on the other side right now. She's watching the stream. She knows you guys. You know what I'm saying? And I've come to realize you guys' personalities, right? Like EC will jump in. He's Mr. Fix It, right? He's the medic, I call him. So anytime something happens, he's like, oh, man down. Oh, I got this. So guys, coming in right now, we're going to see what's going on. We got it. You know, he just jumps in. Boom. You know what I mean? David's not scared to call it how it is. He'll tell you what's going on. Your boys got toys. It's more like The Office, more like dry humor. Like, you know, you might, if you're not paying attention, the joke could be on you. Pay attention. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it's like, yo, pay attention. And then too, even with Andrew with his pickups, even though they modest or whatever, I really feel like those are true. Like, he'll pick things up. Like last time, not this one, the last time I would think it was the Anakin you had or something like that, or one of the Star Wars. And I was like, yo, I really like that figure right there. And he was like, that's it, whatever. But I was like, yo, less is more, and I really appreciate that. And it's just everything from the stream. And I think even one time David said, I'm pulling out all these receipts. I remember one time David was like, and shout out to everybody that's in the chat. It's not like you just forgot to cancel your subscription. You're really here. You know what I'm saying? That does count because there's a whole bunch of people that do that. You know what I'm saying? And the last thing I'm gonna say is coming from me, I don't really play live stream politics. I know how to, I studied all of this. You know, people get friends and they jump on each other's live streams and it makes it look like there's a lot of things, but really the same people. So this person will visit this person and that person says, I owe you a favor, so I'll do this one. I don't owe anybody any favors. I don't even live stream. So when I'm doing it, you know what I'm saying? I'm really legit into it. You know, I'm not running a live stream expecting you guys to jump back and make my chat pop. I really come there checking for that. So I just wanted to say that and put that out there because I don't know how many people may have expressed that. So yeah, shout out to you guys. This is a really, really fun podcast. I look forward to it. And here's the last cherry on the top. Okay, just for you guys. I am not a member on anybody's channel. This is the only membership I'm in. The only one. So with that being said.
Thank you.
All right? I rock
Thank
with
you,
you guys,
Cleva.
and I rock with you guys.
Hell
I
yeah.
appreciate
We need
that,
to
man.
we need to replay that at the start of next week's stream.
Right?
All the-
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hold up. Since we're talking about it, let's keep talking about it. So when last year when you was doing the awards, right? I was was like, yeah, I wonder where I want. I thought it would be like in the middle somewhere, right? And then I was like, oh, wait a minute, top 2. Like, oh, okay, right? But then David was about to say something, man, and then you guys got caught up in I don't know if you remember this. David was about to make a point, and then somebody stole his thunder, took him, drifted away, and I was like, no, say it, and it never came back. I believe you was about to say, even though I was number 2, the other one wasn't a guest.
Well, it was Dan who was like number 1, but we kind of don't count his stream. The week that he streamed with us, we don't count that because he was like, it was a very, like, we put a lot of planning into that stream. Like, even though it seemed like a takeover, like Dan who stole the stream and Justin was kicked out and all that. But like we cut, a lot of manufacturing went into that stream. But so we don't count that as like an ordinary every week kind of stream where yours became like the second highest viewed stream that we've ever done. And that is a purer, truer gauge of like where the
organic.
Viewers, where the
as
viewers
opposed to a
come.
production. The other one was more of a production, and the other one was more of like organic. All right, cool.
That's
somebody cut you off and you didn't get to verify this. I was like, hold on, let's just bring that back. You know what I'm saying? Because I was watching. You know what I'm saying? So
say it.
And, and the thing is, I'll be trying. I'll be trying to promote. I'll be trying to like put the post out there. Try to to drive traffic. Try to see what's going on. Whatever I could do. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Well, the thing
I was trying. So
I appreciate about you, Cleva, is like I think it's very easy, and Justin kind of says this a lot. It's like it's very easy to like not appreciate what you have because you're focused on what's next. And I think the whole vibe and everything I take away from you, Cleva, is that you are very present in the moment all the time and very self-aware. And like you're I consider you the thinking man's collector because you are always, coming up with new theories and topics of conversation to make us really look inward and think about what brings us where we go. Like we all kind of go in different directions with our collecting, and it evolves and it changes, and you are always shining a spotlight on those changes so that we never kind of forget where we've been and where we're going. So that's just the thing that stands out to me most about you. And it doesn't seem manufactured. It doesn't seem like you. It seems like it's just your natural state, and you being so genuine and you being so real and so grounded in who you are is what I think you bring to this YouTube game more than I've seen from most others,
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
It is needed.
My favorite part about your content, Cleva, is that your underlying message is play with the toys. Don't let the toys play you. And, you're like, why are you collecting? What are you collecting? What's the point of it? Not to say that there's no point to it, but to always be like, have a focus, like enjoy what you're doing, but don't get lost in like the whole, the whole like aspect of it. Like, always kind of stay grounded or anchored. Like it's very fun. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you can do, but just don't get lost in the fun. Like, have a good time and know where you are. And that's my favorite part. And I think you would do really well with live streams. And I'm not saying that because I am only a co-host on a bunch of channels, but
he's looking for his third gig, his third co-host gig.
I'm saying that because even like your videos, and I sympathize because when I see your stuff pop up, I'm like, oh shit, Cleva made a video. Like I got to check that out. But I'm not really getting to it on the day that you're premiering it. But I get to all the videos, and I love when you do new stuff. So keep up everything you're doing. It's awesome. And if you haven't checked it out and you're in the chat tonight, please go to Cleva's Multiverse and watch what he has to say. And I've even in the Dan Who Legends and Liquor group, which is it's a pretty exclusive group, but we get new collectors in there, and they ask these questions, and I'll like message them directly, and I'll be like, hey, this channel Cleva, he has the answer to the question that you're asking, and he has like a video about it, and like what he has to say is really worth like, you know, taking the time to hear it. It's not super long, it's not drawn out, it's like to the point, it's presented well, and I just love whenever you do stuff. So double thumbs up.
I really appreciate that, guys, man. You know, I really work on these things, man. And it's funny because when I started, like, I never knew how it was going to be received. My very first video was like 5 things I wish I knew. And I was just like, well, what am I going to bring to this space? You know what I mean? Because I knew I wanted to do something, but then I was like, you know, I think we all try to find ourselves. And sometimes what we want to do is not what the audience wants, or they may want that from somebody else, but they don't want it from you. You know, they're like, not from you, buddy. You know what I mean? From you, I want this. And from this guy, I want this. It's just what it is. It don't got to be fair. It is what it is, you know? So we kind of like go through this journey where we're trying to find ourselves. And then with me, it's about not trying to sell out neither. I'm not trying to be somebody I'm not. I'm not trying to chase something. And I think that in this community that we have, it's a lot of negativity, right? But I try to ask myself one question. You keep asking the same question, it'll give you the answer. Just keep asking why, right? So why are people salty? You know what I mean? And I don't think that it's the community as far as collecting. I think a lot of it stems from us as creators, the ones who are creators. Content is pressure. So what happens was when I see somebody grab a figure, slam it down, it's, oh, I hate my father, blah, 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 blah. This guy's the worst. Blah, blah. But you knew all of that in the Walmart aisle. Why? But he doesn't buy it, right? So he knows. But if he was sitting down and he was doing a review on the Batman 1 million, and before, while it's still spinning, he's telling me how much he hates it, and my father needs to get his stuff together, and he's just tired of it. The first thing I'm thinking to myself is, well, then why did you pick it up? Right? You knew that in Walmart. Then you're going to say, well, it's my job. No, it's not your job. If you need a job to have this job, then it's not your job, right? You want it to be your job. But then, you know, then you sit back and say, well, you're already salty. You're already burnt out, my brother. And it's not even your job yet, son. Maybe this ain't. But what you're doing is you're passing that down. You're passing down that negativity. And it's really not because of the collecting. It's really because of the creating. It's really because of the content pressure. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, I feel it too. Everybody who does content feels pressure at some point. And the more numbers you get, the next one's going to give you even more pressure. So if you go from 200 spins today to 2 million tomorrow, right? The one after 2 million, you're going to be scratching your head like, yo, how am I going to get 2.5? You know, this is where it becomes. So I try not to get caught up in that. And I just try to say, you know what? Just keep it direct, spread the message, whatever it is that you bring it to the table. And that's what's going to separate me from everybody else, I feel like. Because I feel like another thing, I don't feel like what I'm saying is rocket science. I feel like everybody knows what I'm saying. It's just that everybody's too cool for school. I know what I'm saying? Like, not me. I'm not under pressure. What are you talking about? I'm balling. I can get 55 figures. Come on, man. Stop it, man. You know what I'm saying? What I see is somebody who lives with their mother or probably doesn't have any real bills, if that's really the case, because I'm living with real life. I'm supporting my whole family. I'm the man of the house and other houses. I'm doing what I have to do, and this is something I'm squeezing in. So if you're telling me you feel no pressure and you're doing everything that I'm doing, I'm going to look in your face. I'm going to tell you a liar. There's no way, unless you're filthy rich. And if you was filthy rich, I don't think you'd be live streaming right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? So this is where we at. You know, so I just think that
for you.
Yeah, I just think I'm not too cool for school, man. I tell her what it is, man. Listen, for every person in the class that had a pair of those shiny Jordans that everybody wanted, right? When we was coming up, or whatever, you know, insert vice here, whatever it was that you was looking at, there was 30 more kids in class who didn't have it. That is more prevalent than the one person who did have it. So everybody's trying to impress somebody and say, well, look what I got, or whatever, this $1,000 figure. There's 30 more people in that class that never had it. And I think I resonate more with those people than I do with that guy over there. You know what I mean? I don't resonate with the guy who had it all. I resonate with the person who didn't have it at all. And that's what I know. That's not my weakness. That's my strength. That makes me who I am today. Because if I didn't go through all of those things, I wouldn't be the person I am now. So if I had it all and if I was born with a silver spoon and I had everything I wanted, I wouldn't be able to give you what I give you. You know what I mean? I tap into myself. I'm patient zero. for everything I talk about. I am not exempt from anything. I use myself, which is why when I bring up these examples or whatever, the first thing I do is I bring up the question, right? Then I never kind of answer it. I just throw it out there, left or right, let you decide what's going on, because I don't want to pick a side, because I don't want you to get salty about it. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of like see where it's going, but I always bring it back full circle. I got to bring you down and pick you up. So I always talk about the bad first, whatever. And then it's almost like, well, damn, kind of sucks, man. But by the end of the video, it's like, but that's not really how it is, my brother. So it's just so you could feel like, oh wow, nah, it's true. Like you have to go down to come up. You know, that's why the beginning of the movie, the hero loses his father, or is getting beat down, because you got to see that Rocky moment to get to the end. Without that beginning of him going through it, with that John Wick happening in the beginning, there is no end. You have to lose your dog and your wife in the beginning to go through it. You know what I'm saying? And I just show that. Yeah. But I appreciate you guys for really noticing, man, and just, you know, it's been a big year, man, a big year for me, and I didn't think that channel was gonna get this much attention at all. I thought I would get 30 clicks here and there, and you know, it is what it is. But it's been moving.
But you being so you, and you being so real is what resonates with people, because they know that it's not a facade, and it's not an act, and it's not a manufactured character that you're trying to put on to get clicks. You are the everyman. You are the patient zero. You are the one speaking through your experience, and people resonate with that, and that's why people come. So you know, I think that a lot of people who try to get into this YouTube game should take a page from that book, you know, and just really come back to, why do you want to be on YouTube? Do you want to be on YouTube to connect with people that share interests? Or do you want to be on YouTube to get clicks and, you know, monetize and be able to quit your job and all of that? Because like one of those tacks is going to ring more hollow than the other. And if you're really out here to connect with the community that you're a part of, and bring your own experience to it and speak from what you know, then everybody that's home is going to connect with that, you know?
Yeah. That's what I see here too in this podcast too. It's like when you do things for the right reason, right? Like somebody who volunteers for a job because they want the job and they want to show that they can. That person's gonna go so much harder and really earn it and show, you know, you're doing it for the right reasons, as opposed to somebody who comes in for the interview is like, why you want the job? I don't know how much you pay. No, it's like that guy's not really the same guy. Like that guy's not gonna go as hard as that guy that was here at 7:45 with coffee that nobody asked him for. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I think there's differences to that in YouTube as well. And I think also too that people don't realize that the faster things move up, the faster you got to keep up. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's rough. You know what I mean? Like you want to grow with it. You want to grow. I'm happy with that. I get to go a little bit. Like if I was a rapper, I wouldn't want 10 million sales of my first album. I would take 1 million for 10 years. I would take 1 million, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million, because I can make that work and I can move to something else, as opposed to doing 10 million today. Whatever I do tomorrow, now I'm a failure. It's not 10 million. Even 9.5 million is a failure. It's like, but you fell off yesterday. You was a $10 million dude. Now you're just 9.5.
Too early. Yeah.
Right, too early. Now you're chasing it, trying to keep up. That's how these dudes wind up in South Korea getting locked up for YouTube views. You know what I'm saying? Because he's trying to push it. He's like, yo, whatever I gotta do, I gotta die for these views. And yeah, he's never coming home. You know what I'm saying? So this is what happens when you push the envelope too much. It's like a drug. The thing is, I don't know if you guys know anybody who has a channel. That YouTube Studio app is just like a figure. You know, when you see those green arrows and they're going up, or you see the hollow arrow, or you see a down gray arrow, that affects you. You know what I'm saying? It affects you as a creator. You know what I'm saying? And it might, if you're not conscious of it, it may steer you to another, because it's like, nah, son, I got to get what I had yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like, it's not even about that. To me, my channel was just a reflection of what it is I'm doing already. This is a journal for me. Like, this is, I was going to make that diorama. I was going to get these figures already. You know, today was all about cards because that's where my heart is at. You know, a year ago, it was Yu-Gi-Oh cards when I was trying to do, I've been on cards for my whole time. I tried to do Yu-Gi-Oh cards. It wasn't a big thing. Do you think I stopped collecting cards? No, I got more. I just stopped recording it because that took a long time. That video took a long time. And I had 2 4K cameras and the processing. I was like, it's not worth it. Whatever, I'm gonna leave it alone. But I love cards, you know. It's just a matter of what do I show the people that they may be interested as well. but I'm never gonna sell out and do something that I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna get black bolt, because if somebody gave me black bolt today and it was like, yo, this is, you have it first before everybody, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna promote this. No, I'm not. That's not who I am. I don't like this guy, man. I don't care if I'm first. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna push it, and I'm not gonna badmouth him either, because somebody else may love him. So why would I go in there? I don't try to bring any negativity in my channel. I don't try to like say things I don't like that. I think there's a difference between complaining and critiquing. Complaining and being critical. There's a difference. You know what I mean? And I try to be critical. And if I don't like something, well, here's why. I'm not going to drag it, but these are valid points. Yeah. And I think there's other people that just say, I don't like it. Why? Because I don't. You heard what I said. I hate them. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. I'm like, well, you got to give me more than that. That's not it.
That's the thing. If that's the baseline mode and you hate everything, but you're doing it for clicks, like all we're going to do watching that is sit there and say, well, why are you buying it? Like it doesn't ring true. Like, so get out of it. But we don't want to be brainwashed into hating something that maybe we liked in the first place, you know? So like it's about, are you going to put out positivity or negativity? And are you going to be inclusive or divisive? Are you going to be like, say the bold thing for the sake of what attention it brings you, or say what you really feel, even if it's critical, because it's how you really feel, you know? Like we can't we can't get so caught up in the machine that we lose ourselves or the reason we came in the first place. And that's what I was trying to say in the first place about you. It's like, you don't let yourself get caught up in the machine where you lost what brought you here from day one. You want to connect, you want to share in this hobby, and that's about inclusivity and positivity and, you know, like going along on the journey with people. Like you shout out to a void with no connection to who you're talking to, then you're still in it alone, you know?
And just to be clear, that's why Justin doesn't do reviews anymore, because it's not because he wants to be positive or negative or how much work or processing it takes. It's because he wants to be uplifting and a member of the community that is inclusive, not because he's too lazy to actually film these reviews.
I'm gonna tell you, people that do reviews on their channels, props to you, because man, if it clicks, it clicks, and I'll do it, right? But then it's like, I'm doing it because I want to do it. I don't feel the need to review everything I get. People that do that, bravo, they need to be out there, right? For the people that want to see them. That's just not me, man. When it feels soul crushing to do it, I'm not going to do it.
It should never feel like a chore. When it's a
that's
chore,
the problem.
Yeah.
So when you mix, and that's what I try to say. So this is an escape right here, right? This is something that like, this is somebody else's Hennessy, somebody else's blunt, somebody else's whatever. You know what I'm saying? This is an escape from us. Whenever you mix your passion with your employment, you're gonna have something real funny going on, because you're gonna have to pick a side, unless you're so blessed at it where it's just like everything I spew is gold. That's not really the case, right? You're gonna have to work at it. You're gonna have to pick a side. What's gonna win? Your passion or your rent? You know what I mean? So these are the things. And when you mix that, it's like you take away the joy. You take away. So when I broke my leg and I did 9 reviews last February, it's not that I love doing reviews. It's that I couldn't get, out of it. But, I was in the cast. But then when I did Hasbro, the 5 pros and cons, that one video did more in 1 week than all 9 combined. And you guys know how long it takes to edit, man. If 4 or 5 hours is a short one, times 9, I was like, this ain't worth what I'm putting out. No. This ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? I would rather drop 1 a week than drop 4 a week. You know what I mean? Just because of the time and energy it takes. You know what I mean?
And quantity.
Yeah. Like right now, I want to do the reason I had got this one was because you guys know I'm all in with Jada. That's my favorite toy company, 2024. I'm gonna keep shouting. Maybe they'll pick me up. You know what I'm saying? Getting sponsorship. But I want to see how this compares to the Jada toys, right? The Storm collectibles. If I'm gonna get one, do I want to repeat Ken just to compare? I'm only gonna get the one, right? So I'm gonna do Ken on Ken. So maybe I might do a video of Storm collectibles versus Jada, or as far as like what the differences are. Am I, do I want to get it? Whatever the case is, something like that. But it's not gonna be like, oh, his neck goes up to the ceiling and he can look at his toes. I'm not gonna do that with with that. This would be more of a curator's cut thing probably, which is why I made that series for. So More Than Just Toys is about the deeper than that. And then when it's about the toy itself, that's a cut. So that's a curator's cut. That makes it different than a review because everybody's doing a review. If Spider-Man comes out, they're doing a review. I'm not doing that. If I pick something, it's like out of all of this, I like this one. I want to talk about this. You can have all that, guys. That's what the curator's cut is. I'm trying to build that up. More Than Just Toys has a thumbnail already that's already kind of like programmed. And I think people are like, oh, bow. Curator's cut doesn't have that. Right. And I'm not trying to piggyback it to the point that it looks like More Than Just Toys because I don't want to confuse. Friday at 7 has its own thing. Right. And I'm trying to make curator's cut different. I'm trying to find, but it's so sporadic because I don't have a cut all the time. It has to fit that description. Devastator was a cut that took 30 years for me to drop. Megatron coming out first time. Like these are things that I'm not going to be able to do all the time. So it might take me longer to build it up, but that's what I'm working towards with the curator's cut as far as that. That's the difference between the More Than Just Toys and the curator's cut.
Thank you, Gregory. I appreciate that. Saying I killed the block. And that's where I mean, like, if something like speaks to me and I want to do a video about it, like if it's an unboxing or review style, then I'll do it. Especially after like the baby gets a little older and I have a little more spare time. That's honestly like just live streaming is easier right now. And this show is turned into this show is going to keep happening until I'm just not collecting anymore. Maybe even past that a little bit.
So forever.
No plan. Yeah, it's gonna keep. I don't see an end in sight. But yeah, like even with like those, Gregory brings up the Blockies Pokemon videos. You can see those did well, and actually you can tell when someone's like passion is like genuine about something. It definitely comes across. It definitely comes across with anything, and that's the biggest word. Like you said, David, Cleva's channel. It's 100% genuine or anything. I found it at the beginning, and like Cleva, you mentioned the Yu-Gi-Oh video, the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That's how far back I remember you, right? Even before that, I love that video. I love that video because I feel that you want to go back and get. Yeah, they stole it. Yeah, that happened
all
a lot.
The original first editions. I had 4 blue eyes. When I saw the prices, and I was like, "Yo, fam, I got those." It's a long story. I could do a video on that, but I got man. Yo, man. Oh, I was like, I cannot. So what I did was I recreated them with the reprints that they had, but there's a $4,000 blue eyes ain't no reprint. I had 4 of them. Like I had the original ones when they first came out, man. Like, and I used to play that with my brother. We had 9-year gap between me and my brother, and he put me. I bought those cards to play with him because he was young, and I started getting into it. And then we started watching the show together. Trap Card and Time Wizard and all this stuff. I was like, oh, now hold up, you know what I'm saying? And before you know it, I had almost all the official cards, man. And I had to recreate that. So when I thought that was like, yo, this is a great concept. Yu-Gi-Oh does well, but that's not my fan base. My fan base is pretty much Marvel. And anytime I try, and this is the thing, anytime I try to stray, I'm kind of getting typecasted because anytime I try to stray, it's like, nah, not from you, buddy. I want this. No. You know what I mean? But I'm still gonna throw things on the side. Yeah, I'm still gonna throw things on the side. It's
it's you gotta just
I watch your Transformers stuff. I don't even collect Transformers and I still watch it.
I appreciate you, man. Yeah, Transformers is tough. I love Transformers, man. Transformers was one of those things when I was younger too. They were always been pricier than some of the other things, especially when I was growing up. When I was growing up, G.I. Joes were this big, so there was no classified, right? It was like this big, you know what I mean? And I loved G.I. Joes back then. But that's when the Transformers was, I couldn't get them back then. So now that I could, I'm like, what really did it was the price jump from Hasbro, because when they were $17, Transformers still looked double the price. For the prices are all going up, but for certain IPs, being the ones that Hasbro owns, they don't go up as fast, right? So like they don't have to worry about that 20-something% that Disney wants, right? Hasbro owns G.I. Joe. They own Transformers. This is why you get so much with classified. You get book bags and dogs and whistles and bullets and all this other stuff, because they're like, that's the 20%, my brother. That's what's going in Bob Iger's pocket. You know what I'm saying? And then the same thing with Transformers. So as they started catching up, and now these are $30, $35, and I'm like, but I already have that Spider-Man. And like you said, the only thing that changes is the eyes. So before it was like this, now it's like this. I'm not paying $35 for that. So I'm like, when I look, I don't know about Optimus Prime. I don't have any Optimus Primes. $35 ain't bad. And then I started taking a look at those, you know what I mean? And now it's just to the point where I think with Marvel Legends, or anything that you collect for some time, there's gonna reach a point where there's not too much out there. You can collect video games. There's gonna become a point where you have every title. You have all the Nintendo games. That's it. Yeah. You're not a collector. You collected. It's over. You know what I mean? You're gonna have all the Genesis games. You might get all of these. So there's gonna come a time where you have so many of something, and you probably know, David, because you got 3,000. Where it's like, I have to branch out. I have this. I can't stick with this anymore because there's just not enough there. Because you have so much, you know. And then when you find a new line, and it's like Christmas. It's like, I don't have any of these. Like, you know, I can come home with 10 at a time, and each one of these is different. Then you can also get do the Ollie's and Ross or the discounted routes because once again, you have nothing. I'm a little more critical when I walk into those places because I'm like, look at this trash, Shuri and Hydra and Eternals. You know what I'm saying? But if I was just getting into Marvel Legends yesterday and I went to Ross, I would probably be more appreciative. I'm like, oh, let me get a couple of Eternals. I just started yesterday, fill up a shelf or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm way past. That's the infancy of collecting. So these are the stages. So
yeah.
That's why I'm at with Marvel Legends.
If you're just getting into Legends, then check out Cleva's video on the 5 things he wished he would have knew before he started collecting. And in the chat, there's a couple of people that have really nice things to say. St. James, Justin, you're a great host, and it's amazing with the kids, a wife, and a regular job, you're able to do what you do. Saturday night, you're live at 9, and that's pretty damn good. Darth Sinister, this community is something I didn't know I needed till I had it. And if I recall, Darth Sinister is a carryover from the Encountered Culture channel. Idiot. Greg Trejo, I started collecting them because of your videos, and I found the live, and I'm glad I did because, as I said, I fucks with y'all. I think Greg's talking about the blockies. And then JBTM, Jace. I just think my passion is starting to go away, but when I join you guys, especially in this community, it gives me great encouragement to continue and never stop. Well, we're kind of an enabler.
Right, yeah. It's about having fun. When you stop having fun with anything, not just collecting, it's time to take a step back. Sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes it's a sign to stop. Sometimes it's a sign just to take a break. There's so many days. I can go days without even stepping in this room, my day-to-day life. But you know, when I do, it's like, you know, I've had days where I've had to quarantine myself in here with the flu or something, and I don't want to see this room for like a week. I'm like, nah, I've stared at it too long. I'm done. I don't want to be in here. And man, like, just make sure it's fun for you. Just find your passion. Like JB, I know you're saying you don't really know where to go, like reviews or anything. Try anything, man. Try live streaming. Try do like more focus on unboxing and talking about the figure than like reviewing the figure. If you want to do that, that might be
do hunts.
A good change up for you. Do hunts like our friend Art G that was here.
If you don't feel like doing reviews for 3 months, then don't do a review. You know, But
can I add something to this? Yeah. All right, so this is how I think about it. I just want to add this. This is for the honestly, I'm at a crossroads comment. That's what we're talking about. Mm-hmm. So this is how I think about it, right? This is how I think about it whenever I'm doing titles. The title probably takes me the longest, and then once I have the title, I know what I'm working with, and then I break it down to chapters. I don't do that. I do that for me, so I don't continue rambling. I break it down to chapters, and I make it so I can come full circle. I can see where it's going. What I try to tell myself is we're fighting for views. We're fighting for the same views, right? So if this is why lives are different. This live, nobody can duplicate this live. Even if somebody tried, if somebody made a Justin Part 2 collection, justifiable, whatever, it wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be the same because the characters are different. The dialogue is, even if they had caricatures of you guys and AI, it wouldn't be the same.
Fun to see.
This is unique, right? Now, when it comes to a Spider-Man 2099 figure, right? If we all have 6 of us right here and we all do a review of Spider-Man 2099, think about it from the viewer. Think about it from Billy, who wants to watch. Is he going to watch 6 Spider-Man 2099 videos? Let's be real. He's going to pick one of them. maybe 2 of them. He's going to pick the one that has the most articulation, and then maybe one that he likes the personality of the person. After that, he's all tapped out. So here we are 3 months later, because we're not even talking about the first ones to have it. We're talking about getting it at retail. Here we are months later competing for a view that expired 2 months ago. And then we're getting mad like, damn, no one's watching my shit. You know, so I try to put myself in a position where can the viewer watch my video and that person's video? I don't want to compete. Can I go alongside them? Can they watch the 2099 video and watch Cleva's video and not feel like I'm going through this? Even if I'm talking about Spider-Man 2099. Can you watch a Maximum Hulk review and then watch 5 reasons why I don't rock with Maximum Hulk? You can watch both of those and not feel like they're the same thing. So anyway, that's what I was trying to say for that. I always try to think, how can a viewer, because I think I'm a viewer too. I watch YouTube with the remote in my hand, guys. I know how it is. You know what I mean? I'm waiting for somebody just to pause for a second. Oh, messed up. Next, I'm on to the next one. I know the power of that remote control. And I watch YouTube Premium. So I can't imagine if I had ads. The ads are a jump start to get off. It's like once they jump to that Viagra commercial, it's like, oh, I can't, whatever, I'm off this. You know what I mean?
You getting Viagra
that's
commercial?
Easy.
That's the algorithm.
Yeah, probably. I mean, they're everywhere. You know, so
I know what you mean, though. I know what you mean. Like,
we're fighting against
whenever I
attention.
look for, like when I'm looking for a review, I'm not looking for one person to tell me how I feel about the figure. I'm looking for one person to tell me how they feel about it, and then I want to see someone else's opinion about it, so that I can see, you know, a more balanced review. I don't really get when a lot of channels say, like, I don't watch anyone else's reviews or opinions because I don't want them to affect my own. And I'm like, but why? Like, don't you want to have a more balanced interpretation of like this thing that you're spending money on, or that you're placing value in, and that you're pulling into your collection? These are questions, by the way. Like, I just don't understand the idea of not wanting to hear anyone else's opinion and only your own, right?
How about just to make sure that you don't duplicate the same topics that was covered or the same thing? So if I watch and you cover 5 things, maybe I can cover 5 alternate things. I already heard you talk about those. Once again, the viewer can watch you and watch me. And I would have knew if I would have just took the time to get outside my bubble and just watch you for 5 minutes and see what's going on. You know, a little research goes a long way.
We get connected to the characters on the screen, you know? So like, if I'm going to seek out a review of a new toy that's coming out that I'm not excited to get, I'm probably going to watch Dan Hu, because he's still passionate and excited about these toys. I'm probably going to, I might watch Shartimus. I think JBTM mentioned Anthony's Customs. I refuse to watch Anthony's Customs because he hates everything. So like, I'm not going to seek out his review of this toy, because I already know from the history of everything I've ever seen him do, he hates it. So I don't need you to tell me to hate it. I will go into it and be open, but I would rather somebody approach something optimistically and talk about the good and the bad and critique it, instead of like tear it to shreds, you know?
Yeah.
But like I'm going towards the content creators that put out more positivity. That's where my eyeball goes. That's what's on my feed of notifications. Like, the MCU collector is still very, very balanced. Look, we're naming names and pulling all the receipts now. Cleva, this is your fault.
Oh man.
But you know, like, we're tier ranking YouTubers now. But but no, it's like,
oh God, please no.
But no, I only respond
about to get a million views
that put out a positivity and a fair and balanced, you know, thing. If you are finding yourself falling into a gutter of constant negativity, and you don't like this and you don't like this, and it sounds like it's a chore for you to even tell me that you hate it, like, then question, like, really question, look inside and see, like, what are you doing this for? What's the intent behind this? Because why? Ask the question. The power of the question of why is the most powerful question you could ever ask. And when we stop asking that question is when we really start to fail, you know? Like, if you
Andrew, what about you? You're early in your collecting career. What kind of channels, if any, are you looking to before you decide to purchase your figures?
So
he only watches Justin.
Yeah.
So no reviews.
While on those reviews.
There's a few others out there like Out of the Basement. It's more Star Wars Black Series.
Yeah,
that's on Star Wars. That is on.
Oh, DS Icons, right? DS Icons.
Yeah, Luke Ness Monster is another one.
Okay.
Yeah, I usually kind of watch those if I'm going to look for, something Black Series.
Yeah.
Are you looking for positive feedback, negative feedback, any feedback? What's your
just general feedback?
Yeah.
What does it look like in hand? So.
Okay.
I don't want anybody that's going to be too positive or too negative. Just give it to me straight. And
right.
Andrew, if you come across a review where you feel like they're being a little too positive, does that make you just go like, nah, I need to dig more. Let me go watch this other guy.
Yeah. Because mine just seem like they're just trying to sell the figure.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't want that either. Right.
Trying to make Hasbro happy.
Yeah, you don't want that. These companies don't need anybody. These companies don't need anybody selling a product for them. They're selling plenty. They're selling plenty. Don't sell me the product. Give me your honest opinion on it, for the love of God. Don't hate it to hate it, but don't love it to love it. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
So be real.
It should be like, why did you pick it up?
Be real.
Yeah.
It should be like, why did you pick it up? You know what I'm saying? Like, why did you pick this up? Things are not cheap these days. And the thing about this community too is that it's very enticing. You know what I mean? Somebody's probably watching right now on a live stream and they're looking at our backgrounds and they're like, man, this is dope. This is something I would like to get into. When I got into this, it wasn't like that. You know what I mean? There was no screens. There were no lights. There was no talking about this. I was clowned, it wasn't fun. We paid dues, I think, to make it what it is today. You know what I'm saying? And I think another thing we have to understand is that the personality types that we have in this community, right? A lot of us, including myself on Patient Zero, is a lot of us are introverted by nature. A lot of us are into ourselves and not as far as like being narcissistic or conceited. I mean, just like internally more cerebral with it, more like pick our friends strategically as opposed to like everybody's my friend. I mean, I'm not like that. And I think a lot of us had this internally, and we're just now coming to a point that we can find other people, and look at us. If we was to draw our locations on a map right now and then point them out, look like the Star of David or something, like it'll be all over the place because that's how far we are, right? Like, but look what it took for us to find each other. I won't find 5 people in this zip code that I could rock with like this. And that's the thing about a community is that we're so far apart, but we also are close. But at the same time, this hobby is pay for play. And that's the thing. This is not basketball. You don't have to wake up every day and be nice with it. You don't have to practice a skill. You can wake up with Mommy's American Express card and try to make the back of your wall look nice. And the thing is this, you might say, well, how does that affect you, right? Well, the things I try to put across is because they do affect me, right? Whenever we're going to buy pre-orders and it's selling out, or whenever we're going to a store and there's nothing there because somebody's scalping or somebody wants to sell something that they're not even in the game trying to, like, they're not even doing it for the love of the hobby or just trying to get an extra. They're doing it because they're trying to make money. And like Pokemon, I saw this video where this would have never happened in front of me. I would have been on the news, fam, because I don't know if you guys saw the clip of the boy holding a couple of dollars and his father was with him, which blew my mind. And somebody in front of him was taking all the Pokemon cards, like boom, and then throwing them inside, like the boxes, and throwing them inside the his cart, while that little boy was probably standing there with his allowance money. And his father, which he gets no respect from me, just watched him, that guy, like, well, he was there first. I don't want to hear that, fan. He was grabbing about an armful, and he took all of them to resell them on some crazy prices. And that little boy, I still see that boy's picture in my head to this day of how his heart must have been broken, right? And then I look at this guy, and I'm like, that meant nothing to you. This is money to you, but to him, that boy, that was everything. If I would have been on that line, fam, I'll tell you right now, that boy would have got a box of Pokemon, without question. That I would never be able to watch that. But that's what this has turned into, where we have to compete with people like that. And that's sad because that's why we can't get pre-orders. That's why bots are selling out. It's not really us selling an extra Wolverine that we had for $35. No, it's somebody buying every single Psylocke Gamerverse, putting it on the back of a truck and saying this is going for $150. And then I get mad when somebody actually buys that. I got mine from CMD. I bought mine from Canada. I would rather, just before the taps kicked in, and I would rather pay the mailman $10 or $15 to do an honest job, because that's what it cost him to get it across, than to pay somebody else who swiped his mother's credit card and is holding it in the basement. That bothers me. So these are all the things that I try to bring to light in my videos, because if you follow the breadcrumbs back, that'll make things easier for us. So I'm trying to educate them, like, why are you doing this, my brother? Though, please don't buy 50 of those, man. Please don't do that. If pre-orders took your money the minute you pre-ordered, things would be selling out the way they're selling out.
Oh, hell no.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Take the money, fam. I'm guilty of it too. I pre-order 6 times. I pre-order Juggernaut Hasbro Post. Amazon, whatever, whoever gets it first, I'm taking it. You know, and then I cancel the rest. But now that's messing up the game, because now that's not going to go back into rotation. That's not going to go back into stock. They marked it as sold out. I don't know what they do with that. But, you know, so I'm guilty of it too, because of the way the game is these days. So I'm just trying to say, if we was to unionize a little bit, there's too many free agents. If we was to unionize a little bit, just the mentality wise, if it became cool to think that way, things would change for everybody. You know what I mean? I believe that. You know what I mean? And that's what makes me do these videos. That's my motivation behind these things. At the end of the day is, well, if you think about it, my brother, you're not really helping too much, and that'll make it easy. If I get you to calm down a little bit, say, no, it's true, I don't have to buy everything. That'll make it easier for me in the long run, because I don't want to buy everything. I just want a couple of things. And if you just stop beasting on everything will be great.
Damn, so the real reason you're making these videos is to make the competition easier for
the world
yourself.
for the better.
You just outed yourself, Cleva.
I'm part of the world. I want clean air for everybody. It's not my fault that I breathe. You know what I'm saying? I want the same thing for everybody. What I want for me, I want for everybody, not just for me.
That's fair.
It's good for everybody.
It's not my fault.
I just have to say, I love how this New York Comic Con stream.
Oh, dude, I love it.
I love it. It organically shifted into like revolutionizing YouTube for the toy collector community. I love it. I love it. And we'd only be able to go there with the Thinking Man's collector, Cleva. You know.
No, I appreciate you.
We can talk about New York Comic Con any day of the week. We can only have Cleva here at any point, right?
That's right.
Man, people know what they get when they click on the show, right? You know what you get.
Well, it's funny because like,
we're gonna get to the main topic eventually.
A lot of this sounds like our kind of after show wind down, you know, like the peek behind the curtain to the chat. Like a lot of this, you know, this is what the behind the scenes conversations are about usually. So like, I love that we just kind of fell into this. But again, it's real, you know.
Exactly. I want to bring up Omega Weapon 13's comment. Anthony Customs is very informative. I watch reviews based on info. Hey, look, here's the thing. So David gives his opinion on Anthony's Customs. That is David's opinion. We are all allowed to have our opinions
as a whole. Sorry.
Yeah, and we all have different opinions about different things. I might like pizza more than spaghetti, and David might hate me for that. You know, who gives a crap? If you like anybody's channel, I'm never going to tell you you're wrong for liking that channel.
Yeah.
I might not like a channel, but I'll never tell you you're wrong for, this is why this group on the screen is this group on the screen. I don't want everybody here to have the same opinion as me. I want Andrew to tell me, well, I don't really care for that Marvel Legend. I'd rather have the Star Wars figure. And I would say, oh, that's cool. What don't you like about this? And can I see that Star Wars figure again? Like, I want to know why you think that way, right?
And Justin wants me around to correct his spelling.
Exactly. I need it, guys. God, I need it so bad. Let me tell you, it's bad.
Because you're defending Anthony's Customs, I just want to be clear. Like, all I'm saying is I don't resonate with the content that Anthony puts out because of what I'm looking for when I go to YouTube. So that's not to say he's a bad guy. It's not to say he's doing things for the wrong reasons and he's in the game for the wrong reasons. I have no judgment of that. I have no knowledge of him besides what I see when I have ever gone onto his channel. And that's just not what I'm looking for. And that's all I'm saying. That's just for me, from my take.
Lone Dragon, if you watch Swiper Cryland, you're wrong. Well, yeah, if you're the type of creator that steals other people's content and then copyright claims them and tries to get their Instagrams and stuff taken down, yeah, there's no space for that. It's hard to build followings, and never purposefully try to hurt another channel or Instagram. Whether you agree with that person's opinions or not, you never try to affect someone's hard work like that. Building any type of YouTube audience is hard. Building any type of Instagram audience is hard. Wait, is
Swiper Cryland a channel? Is that the name? Swiper Cryland?
Viper
His
Island,
nickname, I guess,
believe, is like, what's the channel? It's the G.I. Joe channel.
Oh, which is also its own channel.
I think it works. I think it works both ways too. I mean, like, speaking like from a creator, like, you know, I don't get I get very good engagement on my videos and I get a lot of likes. But I get a couple of haters. Man, make no mistake. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll get a dislike before the video is even played. Like, I know you came just to dislike. You know what I'm saying? Like, like 2 minutes in on a 10-minute video, and even if you don't agree that you dislike, one time in my whole life have I ever pressed a dislike button, because I mean, I cannot agree with something. I'm like, that's crazy, move forward. But for me to say, no, I dislike this. Oh, come on, man. Really? I actually appreciate those. When I see that, I'm like, ooh, somebody got out early, because I drop at 7 in the morning. So I'm like, ooh, you haven't drank your coffee yet. You're already hot. You know what I mean?
They got notifications just so they can dislike your video.
And I appreciate you, because that's engagement, my brother. The algorithm doesn't know the difference between up or down. It just knows you pressed it. It knows you watched it. You have to watch me to do that. I appreciate you, my brother. You are better than a dead.
What are some of the negative comments that you get, Cleva? I'm curious.
Name the names. Well, who are the screen names?
No. So I'm just curious. Like, what do they have to say that's like that? How could they be disagreeing with you? Because it's go ahead.
I'll be honest.
Like, what did you write on Cleva's channel?
I'll get the dislike, which is anonymous, right? Mm-hmm. Putting a comment is putting a face to it, right? So a lot of people are a little more, and I'm lucky enough that the people who rock with me, they'll jump in and be like, what are you talking about? I'm saying, like, whatever. I have one guy that said, like, my voice is mad annoying or whatever, and my fake accent. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, this is exactly who I am or whatever. Little things like that, but that has nothing to do with the content. You know, but the dislikes or whatever, they'll be there, and I see them. And before, there used to be none. You know what I'm saying? I like, most of my channels, like 100% like, or like 99.5 is right there. So when I see like something off, I'm like, 3, like, what's this? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, you know, whenever I do like some of them, I get it. Like, if I do like a top 10 worst of the year, somebody's like, what you mean my $5 Kingpin from Ross isn't made the list? No way. Like, that's why you got him for $5 in Ross, my brother. But, you know, whatever. But going back to the other thing, is what I was saying, is being a creator, you got to have thick skin. The minute that we put ourselves on these platforms, we become subject for everything, good and bad. Just because you think that somebody resonates with you, that's cool, but somebody's not. You put yourself up there for praise and for persecution. You know, the good and the bad. You got to roll with it. So if you don't have thick skin and you're kind of like, oh man, this ain't for you. You know what I mean? It's YouTube comment sections. Wow, like, come on, man. That's, you know, so, you know, that something to be said about having thick skin. You can't take everything personally. You're not going to make everybody happy. You know, just be true to who you are and let the chips fall where they may. Mm-hmm. If everybody likes you, my brother, something's wrong with you. Mm-hmm. I don't want somebody that everybody likes you. No. Okay. You're not being real on some level, you know,
but Cleva, everybody likes me.
Okay.
No, but to that point, thick skin comment, I agree that if you're putting yourself out there on YouTube, you need to be prepared for people that will not resonate with you and not like you and not want to watch your stuff. And they may feel so passionate that they need to tell you about that. But it also is up to you how much you let that sink in and affect you, because you're not really prepared for it if you're going to let it like eat away at you, you know, and if you're going to carry that with you, like, oh my God, this person said this about me. And it's like I'm, you know, I all of us, I think, are waiting and expect, and we dealt with comments before, or we're waiting to deal with those first comments.
Emails. People have emailed the channels that I'm on specifically about me, based on the
Really?
things that I bring up. Not even kidding.
But
I know you are, you son of a bitch. You better not be watching this shit, you
but
piece
you,
of shit.
Alexi, have the power to decide how much you're going to let that sit with you and affect you. And I think as long as we all continue to be who we are and like let the chips fall where they may, then it is what it is.
And
More
we're all
people will
human, right?
resonate with you for being real.
We're all
And then-
human. You get that negative comment. You might react to it in the moment and be. I'll never respond to a negative comment with negativity. I'm not going to give you that. I'm not going to give you that. I might react. I might be like, man, fuck this. And then you let it roll off. You have your initial reaction, and you let it roll off. And then I will respond to you in the nicest way possible, just because I know it's going to piss you off.
Have a blessed day.
I could be sarcastic in the comments. I could be a little sarcastic. Like I start getting like your boy got toys. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, sorry to hear that, man. Jealousy's a bad sickness or something like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. You know, I'll do it like that, you know, because I'm like, this is undeserved. There's also something to be said too, because look, we always looking up, right? Like we don't look down, right? We look up. I look at the people who got bigger numbers and I'm like, I'm trying to get like this. I'm trying to get like that. We don't look down. But there's something to be said about this. Probably somebody looking up to you, my brother. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody who's like probably been doing this a lot longer than you have and is not getting the burn that you're getting. And there is something to be said about jealousy. There's something to be said about, damn, yo, you can't buy that. You can't go to Target with mommy's credit card and buy views. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work like that. This is about you. You know what I'm saying? So now you got somebody who banked out their credit card who has $500 minimum payments and they can't get a view. So now they're really salty, and you over here just talking and justifying it up, and they loving it, and the fans are loving it, and they're like, yo, you know, so that plays into it too. So whenever somebody's saying something, I always look at it like in real life. Who is saying this? If I come outside and some homeless dude is like, oh, I don't like the way you dress. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Now,
Consider the source. Consider the source.
You know what I'm saying? But like, if some Don Juan dude told me that's really sharp to us, then maybe I should get my stuff together. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with, you know, if somebody, that same guy, the liquor store is drinking, says, you know what I would do with your money? I'm not gonna listen to you. But if somebody's a Fortune 500 guy says, you know what I would do if I had this, I might listen to you. There's something to be said about who's saying this. So when the first time, if anybody gives me anything bad comment, the first thing I do is click on their profile. Who is this? I look, I'm like, 2 subscribers, made this page in 2001. Yeah, I'll be tight too. You know what I'm saying? I don't leave it alone. And then I got a profile picture of their dog or whatever. Like, I'll just leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it's somebody respectable that you're like, damn, this is a top tier guy in the community and he's bringing me down. Like, why is that? You know what I mean? Like, I would look at that differently.
Word.
I can't give the wrong people too much power.
John, I look forward to that email. Don't worry, he will be dealt with accordingly.
Screenshot
Yes.
John's part of the problem.
Oh, guys, Cleva, I love having you on, man. And I don't care. We went away from New York Comic Con. If anybody came here for New York Comic Con news, you got a little bit.
They got some of it.
Got something a lot more important. We got something a lot more important. We get the real. Like I said, we can talk about New York Comic Con at any point. There's still a whole nother day. If we'll pick this up next week.
We're gonna ride New York Comic Con out for 3 weeks,
right? Like our friend Dan.
Maybe 3 months. Yeah, maybe 3 months. Just like
we'll cover New York Comic Con till MCM, and then we'll cover Luca Comic Con.
To be clear, Luca. I did catch Dan Who's unboxing stream, and I heard those nice things you said about me, Dan. You might not think I listened to that stream, but I heard the nice things you said. Okay. All right.
I think you lost it in translation. I don't think
no. He actually said something nice about me. I appreciate it. To be clear, like, and that goes to like, if Dan hadn't pushed me to start a YouTube channel, I wouldn't have been like as involved in YouTube. I might not have come across Cleva's channel when I did, right? And then this wouldn't be happening. Like this, man, it's crazy the way the world works. That's my roundabout way of saying something nice about Dan, by the way. To kind of, you know, there's the payment back. That's. I appreciate you pushing me to success, Dan. Okay, it's the greatest thing you've ever done. I don't know if you've watched this far, because
he's asleep.
He's asleep. But Cleva, thank you so much, man. Like I said, the door is always open, man. The door is always open for you. to come in here and just shoot the shit because I enjoy this. I enjoy just looking forward to Saturday nights, talking toys, and like your channel, man. If you have not subscribed to Cleva's Multiverse, go subscribe. Do yourself a favor. This was just a little teaser of what you get on that channel. It's about toys, but it's also about more than that, right? It's the toys. It's the window you peek into of life, right? I don't know what I'm saying. I'm tired, guys. I'm trying to articulate it. It's been a
the
long
window
day.
you peek into of life.
The window.
Justin's a creeper.
Yeah. With Cleva's channel, you're looking at it through the view of collecting, right? You're looking at life through the view of collecting. It's a broader spectrum than that. Shut up, David. Okay, shut up.
And really,
You're never getting
quick,
a trophy.
before we close out too, we gotta communicate more about that idea I had. I don't know if there's any merit to it, but I think that's a really good idea. I had talked to Justin about a game that I had come up with. I came up with that idea before even when I was thinking about starting a YouTube channel, and I wanted to do it with my brother, and then he all tapped out, and I was like, I'm running without you. And it never came to fruition. And I know that I wrote about it right with you, and I know we need to probably speak about it more, but I think that could be a crazy episode we could do on your stream, no problem. And it might even turn to a thing like the trivia thing where we could do that or whatever. We just got to talk about it more, because I know I wrote it down, and it's probably a lot like, we can need to discuss, but when we talk about it, I think it could be something fun and something different that nobody else is doing.
Exactly. And we just have to make sure David doesn't win the first one, so he has a year to be salty, or however long it takes, and then comes back with a vengeance. Oh no!
Is he frozen?
Won't die. Oh no! Oh wait, I've got it ready. Don't worry, David. I've got it ready. This is why it's
At least
here.
he looks like he's paying attention. At least it looks like he's paying attention.
Just a moment of silence. Cleva, you didn't lose your audio, did you? There we go.
Oh, man.
Okay. Oh gosh, that's all right. David's in a better place, guys. Oh,
I can't hear you guys.
Let me try it again. Let me play it.
Another one.
Yo.
How about that work?
I can't hear you.
No.
What?
No. Has to be a clip.
Hold on.
I can hear you now.
I played the song.
Oh,
okay. Now?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. Have to just play a few clips, a few songs for the audio to come back. But guys, make sure you subscribe to Cleva. His link is spelled right and is in the description of this live stream down below. Make sure you're subscribed to Cleva's Multiverse. Follow him on everything, on Instagram as well. I'm sure you'll be sharing everywhere you're going to be on your big tour. Cleva, right?
Yeah, I'll probably put a post up tomorrow. I've been so busy, but yeah, in the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna get real busy. See what happens.
Follow this man. Follow him to every show he goes to, and just the words of wisdom never stop. Let me tell you that much. The words of wisdom never stop. And shout out to David, gone but never forgotten. He'll be back next Saturday. Don't worry, everybody. He'll be back next Saturday. Alexi, make sure.
Yes, sir. Cleva, it's always a pleasure, man. Truly, we love having you on, and I love your content. So please, it's not my channel, but the door is always open. Come in anytime. Even if Justin says no, just shoot me a DM, and I'll send you the link.
You'll have the link.
If you want to see more of me, I don't know why you would. Then you can find me at Your Boys Got Toys on Instagram, and you can find me every Saturday here on Collecting Justified, and you can find me most Freers days. We don't know if it's Thursday or Friday. That's part of the fun. On the Encountered Culture channel for the weekly recap. Lastly, you can find me this coming week on Corrupted Collectibles for Topless Toy Talk, and I will be referencing Just Justin Collects. I'll be referencing Encountered Culture, and I'll be referencing these titties. So come check it out.
Look forward to that, Alexi. I look forward to that. Andrew, any plugging?
Well, I have an Instagram. I barely use it. So there's that.
But it is there. You've put up some pictures and stuff.
Yeah,
there's more coming.
Rarely. Maybe I'll do something. I don't know.
Hey, you'll do something. Do something when you feel like it, Andrew. No pressure.
That's right.
Screw them. They can wait. Screw them.
Exactly.
Right.
Keep them in suspense.
But Andrew, you here next? Are you back in the basement next weekend? Or are you here?
Back in the basement. Yeah.
Hate to see it.
Darkness I go.
I hate to see it. But you'll come back with more Star Wars troopers than ever. When you come back later. We'll see. We'll see. Andrew, appreciate you being here. Alexi, thank you as always. And let me just say, this week was a dark week without the recap, without Kenny's stream, without seeing you guys. It was a dark week. I hated it. I hated it, Kenny. I hated it.
Who gets married? Honestly,
right?
What?
Who's married?
Come on, come on, Kenny. But look forward to having him back. It's still on, right? The wedding's still on, right? Okay. But guys, before we get out of here, Andrew, do you want to sign us out by thanking our Justified channel members real quick?
Sure, why not? So we'll start off with the
Sorry to interrupt you, Andrew. I do just have to point out that what kind of champion leaves before they have to fulfill their duty of reading off the members of the channel? Like, I do just have to state that the previous champion before that would have happily and gladly read off all of the channel members both times for each stream. But here we are with just the former respectable champion. Go ahead, Andrew.
I do. Oh, sorry, Andrew. I want to interrupt Alexi, interrupting you to point out that Alexi, after he won the championship last year, did abandon us for 6 weeks straight. Go ahead, Andrew.
That's called a honeymoon, but whatever.
So anyway, Justified MVP. We'll start off with the number 1, Z-Man 12-Bat, compulsive collector, John Morrissey. RIP to David, Evan, and Smith. Mainly his phone battery. St. James, Encounter Culture, Bring Toys to Work, Dan Who Reviews, Gregory Trejo, Home Dude. The Justified, Christopher Allen, Display Once, Kurt K, Cole's Cave, Your Boys Got Toys is down there. Super Turk 5000, Jay's Toy Collection UK, Chi Chi Collects, Jared Byrne, Jesse Hurley, Justin Booth, Stu for Lunch, Cleva's Multiverse, right there. Tac Tac Toys, Diggs Figs, KJ Smith, K Mac, and Frankie Rivera.
Wonderful, Andrew. Wonderful. Everyone, thank you so much. This was a long stream and it was a fun stream. I'm talking New York Comic Con. Like, who gives a shit about toys? Cleva's here. Cleva. I love it, man.
We did enough. We touched on it. We did the highlights.
Hey. And you can go to any stream and hear about an event or whatever. Let's reel it in and talk about some real shit, right? Everybody, be here next Saturday for Collecting Justified, episode 61. We'll see you then. Until then, stay justified.
Saturday night and we're live at 9. Yeah. Saturday night and we're live at 9. You know that means it's justified. Just Justin collects, making the connect. Kubo has 2 strings, don't disrespect. Andrew is a Jedi, but he's seeing the dark side. Down in the basement for the 28th time. Now there's David, Evan, and Smith. 3,000 action figures for the toy sluts and basic bitches. Your boys got toys to bring the noise. Love the imports, but McFarlane he avoids. Encounter culture is in the space. Superman for days, like it's a race. Now that's justified. Now that's justified. Now that's justified. Saturday night and we're live at 9.
Andrew, entertain the chat.